Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
And good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports. Here I am joined by my good friend Ian, as we've got the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears today. It's going to be a very critical game for the Seahawks, as their backs are very much against the wall, especially against the Los Angeles Rams, as they do hold a one-game lead over the Seattle Seahawks, and it's going to be a tough task. If the Seahawks lose today, they might as well kiss their playoffs goodbye. So this is a very must-win situation. But other than that, Ian, how are you doing? How was the rest of your Christmas after watching that Chiefs massacre?
Well, I was like, maybe the Texans game will be better. No, I'm glad we did not cover that one, because that was even worse.
I would have fell asleep on that, and I would have been
I did fall asleep on it. I came back, and I'm like, oh, it's still 2-29. Huh. Going back to bed.
And Dalton Schultz got me nothing. He was my tight end for fantasy football, so that makes it even tighter for me to have a chance of winning for the championship.
Yeah, because you were down by, if I remember correctly, it was not
had a
close.
-2.
A -2?
Now I'm leading by like 0.8.
Well, that I don't think is going to help you win it.
Actually, better, it's 2.1, but it's not saying much at all, and I'm projected to lose badly unless Albert's players completely underperform. And Daniel Barry's Sports Highlights, I just want to say thank you for being a member of this channel for the last 6 months. You've been a very loyal member, and I really do appreciate that. Hopefully we can get more to follow. But if you would like to join my membership, it's just $5 a month, where you can get exclusive access to my fantasy football season, so you actually get to see how the whole shebang actually went. And also, we're doing a thing where we have a goal for today. It is to get me $25 worth of donations by the end of the game. We are at 0 right now, obviously, but the goal is going to be 25. And we're just waiting for the game to start. It's going to be in 3 minutes. And Ian, what is your prediction on this game?
I want to say 27-24 Seahawks.
I'm going to say 18-15 Seahawks. I think they're either going to win in the most unimpressive way, or they're going to lose to the Bears in the most stupid way possible.
I would have, ultimately, I'm actually going to say I think you might be right on that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Really rather not believe that, but it is the Seahawks.
And actually, surprisingly, the odds are pretty much even at each other. Seahawks are a favorite by barely 2%. And, Geno Smith is at 15 interceptions this season. The only good thing about his stats, he's close to 4,000 yards, but basically everyone throws 4,000 yards anyway. And where we're at, Seahawks have to win to make it 9-7, just to be a half game back from the Los Angeles Rams. And if the Rams win, that will put them at 10-6 and Seahawks at 10-7. So the Seahawks will not only have to win against the Rams, but they will have to depend on tie-breaking situations. And for divisional, right now, assuming the Rams win on Sunday, they will be at 4-1. And if it makes it 4-2 on each of them, then I wonder what's the rest of the tiebreakers going to be after that.
That tiebreaker is going to be really important. If the Rams do lose and the Seahawks can win this one and then play, obviously we play the Rams next, that's going to mean everything. That will mean everything for this team.
Really would. They're reminiscing on old players back then. Walter Jones, Cortez Kennedy, Russell Wilson, Earl Thomas. Remember Earl Thomas is... Actually, I have a quiz for you. What was Earl Thomas's last moment as a Seattle Seahawk?
That was 2020 or 2019, correct?
18.
18. Was it a pick?
Nope.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't know.
It was the finger.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. I completely forgot. He
flipped off his teammates. And looks like we are getting ready for kickoff. It looks like the Seahawks are returning, so I assume that the Bears won the kick. So they have elected to defer. Seahawks win division with a win tonight. Rams loss or tie versus Cardinals on Saturday, and they win at the Rams on Sunday. So I think if the Seahawks lose to the Rams, or no, if the Rams win, they actually might be eliminated from playoff contention.
Really?
So that game Sunday is going to be extremely critical, and maybe on Sunday I am considering to follow that game on Sunday. I'm going to see what time the game is. It would be critical.
The Rams.
It's a 5:00 game. I can't. Isn't that great?
And now is it Sunday night?
No, I can't do Sunday nights.
No, I said, is it Sunday night?
Yeah, it's a Sunday night.
Flex it to the Sunday night?
They did flex it for a divisional rating situation, and now we are looking at the kickoff, and here it is, and the game is on, and what a bad kick that was. Actually, no, maybe it's been a good kick, or is it a touchback? Who knows what it is? As Geno Smith is going to take the center. Geno Smith, 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He has a 70% completion rate, but he has 15 interceptions. That is the second most in the NFL behind just Kirk Cousins. So Geno Smith, if you're going to win this game, you cannot throw any picks or make any stupid mistakes. No 3-and-outs. We are going to need at least a 2022 Geno Smith that some of us knew and love. And I'm saying some because I still didn't like 2022 Geno Smith. I still thought he was overrated. And they try to say that he was like a top 10 quarterback. I'm like, no. I don't care about his numbers.
Yeah, his numbers are still not good. To me, I don't agree with his numbers at all.
1st and 10 at the 20. It's going to be a quick pass to Tyler Lockett, and he's not going to get much, and that is going to be 2nd down and about an 8. Would like the ball to go to Jackson Smith and Jigba more because he's on my fantasy team, and I did start him this week. So it'll be very critical to see Geno Smith doing work for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Mike McDonald, first season as an NFL head coach. He is the youngest active head coach in the NFL at the age of 37. Thomas Brown is the interim head coach for the Chicago Bears. And here is Geno Smith on center, and he is going to hand it to Zach Charbonnet, and he is going to actually break 3, and he nearly gets a 1st down to make it a 3rd and a short, 3rd and 1. It was a good run by Zach Charbonnet. I didn't necessarily agree with the play call, but it did work out just a little bit. But it's going to be a 3rd down and short, and I would say punch this ball through, even though the Bears might actually know that.
Yeah.
Bears team is not exactly known for their defense, or really not really known for anything at this point. Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, should go back to Washington Huskies, to be honest with you. Take that job back. 3rd and 1. And now here's Geno Smith on a handoff to Zach Charbonnet. He gets right through, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Seahawks.
I wish he hadn't stumbled there. He had a good cut and went up, but he could have gotten more.
He really could have. Seahawks sitting at 8-7. Bears are at 4-11. They don't really have much to play for.
If you're looking at the offensive stats that just popped up on the screen, that's crazy. 30th in rushing, but we're decent in passing. That's a problem.
That is a huge recipe of disaster. As we got Geno Smith at center. We've got Jackson Smith and Jigba to the wide. DK Metcalf to the right. Tyler Lockett in the slot. I almost said Locklear. And now they just switched spots. And now here's Smith. It's a handoff to Zach Charbonnet, and they're just going to run the ball. And Zach Charbonnet actually gets through, and that's going to be another 1st down for Zach Charbonnet.
You know, Zach Charbonnet is a good runner. I'm probably going to be unpopular with this, but I almost would say let's start handing off to him more than Walker, because I think Charbonnet is a better person on the ground right now. Walker just has not had it this season.
Walker is just too small of a guy, and he's not a fit for that kind of offense. And now we got a 1st and 10. And I don't know if they really use Kenneth Walker that much on the passing game either.
They don't. They should, because at Michigan State, he was very good in it.
Exactly. Now here's a fake handoff, and it's going to be to Noah Fant, and he's going to get through once again, and that's going to be a 1st down. I like where the ball movement is going, but I need it to go to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Honestly, that was a great design play. That is a screen pass, because we touched on this yesterday. I'm not a fan of it, but that right there is the type of down and distance where you do use a screen pass. I will be all for that.
And Jigba was the decoy, and they used him well for that, but it doesn't get me points, so I could care less about that. Noah Fant, one of the top tight ends for the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks will have to upgrade on tight ends eventually. 1st and 10. They are now into Bears territory. They're handing it off to the running back, and he just trips up, and that was McIntosh with the carry. I think he gets at least 3 yards on that one. Obviously not going to be a first down, but I'm going to say my best advice to Geno Smith is just give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Give it to him every single time so I can make up for the losses with my Steelers defense and Dalton Schultz, who didn't really do much.
That's not great.
Luckily, they were one of the 2 lowest scoring positions, but still, it was still painful.
I understand that.
Geno Smith, 2nd and 8 that he's working with. Jake Bobo to the slot. There is no Njigba. I think he's on the right. He is, and there looks like they're calling an audible. I think they might be sensing something like a blitz. Geno Smith got running back right behind him. He's handing it off again, and he gets right through, and he gets into the 30, into the 20, still standing up, and McIntosh is now into the 15.
That's some good power eye football.
Yes, they're playing with that run, and that was a huge run by McIntosh as Geno Smith did hand it to him, and he got right through the hole. I mean, if that was Trent Richardson, he would have just ran right into a Bears defense, literally. 1st and 10, and now it's going to be another handoff. They're going with a hot hand approach, and McIntosh this time gets stopped. Now it's making the offense much more predictable. And I'm telling you, give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and I promise you it has nothing to do with my fantasy football biases.
You could really use it right here. A nice little 15-yard
a nice
touchdown.
15-yard touchdown would be very useful. Seahawks offense and rushing yards. Last week, 59 total, and this drive, 48 alone. So they have really improved on their run game, but it's the Chicago Bears, so what do you expect? And Charbonnet right next to Geno Smith. We're looking at the 16, maybe the 15. DK Metcalf to the left. Tyler Lockett to the right. Jackson Smith and Jigba to the slot. Here is Geno Smith. He's going to hand it to Zach Charbonnet, and he gets a little bit farther into it. It looks like they're going to run throughout the entire time, but I think this one you should pass, even though you're like at 3rd and 4. Maybe go for a really short pass, get the quick first down. I don't want to settle for a field goal on this one. For a kind of drive that they're having, you got to end it with a touchdown. Geno Smith, though, 4 interceptions in the red zone. 4th most in the NFL. So he is not the guy you want as a red zone guy. 3rd and 3. Rain is coming down. Maybe another factor why they're running the ball more. 9 minutes left in the quarter. Smith has no running back with him. And he's going to look to pass. And he's actually going to pass. Here's the pass. And that's going to be nearly picked off. That was nearly picked off. That was a horrible pass by Geno Smith. And now they're going to be forced to hit the field goal.
I'm only going to say one thing here. I don't think Geno has any awareness of who's down on the field because he was in double coverage the whole time. There was not even a spot. You could have been the best quarterback to ever play this game, and they were never going to get that ball in that spot.
He was really forcing it, and that should have been picked. And the only reason why the pick happened was because someone from the Bears collided into his teammates.
Yeah.
Jason Myers going for the field goal to put the Seahawks on the board. And here is the kick, and that goes right through the uprights, and it is good. It was a good drive by the Seahawks, but a terrible pass by Geno Smith ended their chances for a touchdown. And looks like we're going to go into commercial break as the Seahawks take a 3-0 lead. And excuse me, I got to get a quick grub, which is downstairs. I'll be right back I should be back as soon as this commercial is over. If not, Ian, you'll have to do your best to stall the time.
Sounds good.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Well, welcome back, guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Seahawks offense this year. My personal opinion until Rooftop gets back. Gino, he's had some good games. He really does throw the ball pretty well. I don't understand what it is with his red zone passing this year. He hasn't, like, I'm looking at his stats right now, but like two for 3 today, 18 yards is not horrible to start. But like, if we're looking at his season, I really don't understand where he went wrong from last year to this year, where his passing in the red zone has just become horrendous. I don't know if he's trying to force the ball more this year or if he is just completely forgot. But it's like his QBR, I mean, since Arizona was 42, 53, 43, 42, and then finally against Minnesota, he got back to 60, which is still not good or ideal. I mean, granted, yes, yards, he's 250, almost 300 each time, except for that loss against Green Bay, but his average yard 7.8, and his interceptions, I mean, 2 last week, 1 against Green Bay, 1 against Arizona, just, it's not good. It really needs to be looked at and checked. I mean, I think the Seahawks, if they really want to move forward, they're going to need to make a change at quarterback. I can't see him producing. I mean, his QBR this season's 53. His completion percentage is barely at 70. 17 touchdowns. Granted, he may hit 4,000 something yards this year, but that's not good enough for me.
That's not even a standard. Even Kyle Orton got nearly 4,000 yards as a passer before. Here's the kickoff by Jason Myers. And that's going to go right into the end zone for a touchback. And anyone who's wondering what I'm eating, grilled calamari salad.
That looks good.
As if I have to recover from all that Christmas eating because it took a toll on me.
Yeah.
We got Caleb Williams at center as a quarterback, 19-5, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, and also he's been sacked 60 times this season, so not exactly ideal of a start, but he does have a better touchdown to interception ratio than Geno Smith. But then again, most people do. Now here's Caleb Williams, got the running back right behind him. See what the defense can do. We got a man in motion, number 15. And now here's the handoff to that running back. That's number 4, and he gets barely anything. It looked like he had some open lanes, but it didn't happen. I believe that is Smith, the running back, and I better look up these names so I don't sound like an idiot when I say, oh yeah, the number 4, number 3. So I'm going to look up that depth chart.
Oh, for Chicago Bears?
Yeah, Chicago Bears. That was DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, it's DeAndre Swift is the back.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen are the wide receivers.
Yep. DJ Moore has been pretty good. They also have Rome Odunze from UW. He is
and then we got another handoff. That is to number 23. I think that's Rashawn Johnson.
He wears the weird caps. What do you think about the caps this season? The brain protectors, as they call them.
I guess it's an idea that they're trying out. So
I don't like it. I think they look cheap, cheesy. Do
you think it's worse for safety than the actual helmets themselves?
No, I just don't think there's a point from look status.
I thought it was a safety thing.
No, well, see, that's the point. It's supposed to be safer, but I just don't think it's working the way it should.
And my feed just kind of died.
So Caleb Williams threw over on a slant route to Odunze, and it was broken up by number 29 of the Seattle Seahawks.
Used to be Earl Thomas. How disgraceful that they would. And
it was a pretty bad throw. I mean, he should have had it. Job was going to hit him though right as he caught it. I think it was a little bit of fear from Odunze on the kick.
Now here's the punt. That's going to go to number 1, and that's just going to. He's going to take a fair catch because he had really no running room at all.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch last Thursday night? I know you're eating right now, but did you see the fair catch that was interfered? So they got a fair kick at the final seconds of the game, and the Chargers drilled it. That changed that game. That's what won them that game.
I did that.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you.
Well, look who we have here. We got the best Sam Haggerty fan in the room.
Reflect the sun. Welcome back.
And for your return to the show, I gotta give this to you. I really have to.
That's cool.
Yep.
So, as we're on break, I'm going to talk about Caleb Williams, if you don't mind. See while you
Go
eat.
ahead.
He's a good draft pick. My question, though, after watching how great Bo Nix has looked this year, Drake Mays looked good. I think even J.J. McCarthy, if he had not gotten hurt, would have been really good. I'm wondering if they reached, because Caleb just has not had – Caleb Williams just has not had what he's needed out of his receivers, and then yet they went out and got Keenan Allen, which is what they needed. And I just haven't seen the same leadership at Oklahoma he possessed or what he had at USC. So I question ultimately whether he is the right move right now for the Bears. I also think if Pete Carroll goes, I think it changes up. I don't know if it's from the offensive coordinator position or if it's him, but he just, to me, his metrics do not look as good as they have on paper. I think his picks are way too far up.
But Caleb Williams only has 5 picks.
Yeah, but I think that's too high for what he should be. I mean, he hasn't really thrown the ball that much if you look at his entire QBR.
Yeah, exactly. I was more of a Jaden Daniels guy or a Bo Nix guy.
I've been high on. I think
no! Geno Smith just tripped himself and he sacked himself, and that is going to be a huge loss of yards. That's on Geno. That's not on. Everyone's gonna say, "Oh, but he had no offensive." No, that's on you, Geno. Now they're showing the replay. Yeah, he tripped on himself. He tripped with Zach Charbonnet, but I still think that's on Geno Smith for not paying attention.
Yeah, that was awful.
2nd and 18. Now you really have to pass the ball. Hopefully it goes to Jackson Smith and Jigba as he's in the slot. It doesn't look like they're going to pass at all. And now here's Smith looking to pass, and now he's looking that direction. It's to Zach Charbonnet. He gets the ball, and he is racing it, and that gets to the 10 or maybe up to the 5. Or shall I say, that looks like that's going to be a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 more like, or 7?
Yeah, so sorry, my correction on Caleb Williams. His regular season right now, he has 62% completion, 3,271 yards, 19-5. His QBR is 89, but I guess I just surrounded with the hype, is even as Reflect the Sun said, I thought he was supposed to be better than this. So I haven't watched enough Bear games.
I didn't really have much hope for him. 3rd and 7, ball on the 20. They got to convert because I want to see touchdowns. Now here's Smith. He's going to pass as he should. And he's got some time. Here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. I think that ball was intended. I can't tell who it was intended for, but not exactly a good pass.
That was awful. He had a man there too.
I think he had Njigba open. He's not looking at him. I think that was intended for Jackson Smith and Njigba.
He had him too. He had him right there, and he just
was wide open. He overthrew it.
To the linebackers where he threw that ball.
Yeah, that's the second time he's been trying to throw an interception, as it seems. And DK Metcalf looking frustrated. He was also open as well with all that time that he had. So you can't really blame the offensive line on that one either.
No, you can't.
And now it looks like they're going to go for the return, and it gets immediately taken down. Now it's going to be starting at the 30.
I mean, I'd almost say, yeah, Jaden Daniels has looked amazing all year. That was a great pick by the Commanders.
The tragic thing is, even if any of those quarterbacks were in the draft position, I don't know if they would have drafted any of them. Maybe Bo Nix?
No. What I think is interesting is how, I mean, by far, Drake May's been the worst with the most picks. Or no, he's actually second. Bo Nix has now passed him. But you're looking at what Drake May's working with is nothing. I don't know what to believe on Penix. He didn't really wow me. I almost would start Kirk Cousins over him.
1st and 10. And now here's a fake handoff. Here's Caleb Williams, and that's gonna be a pass complete. And that is to DJ Moore, as it looks like. And that's gonna be nearly a first down, or could be a first down.
DJ Moore's quick.
Really is quick.
You know, I do like his rollout, and I mean, there's, again, just like that, it's a good play by Caleb Williams. I think he should be doing better with this decent of a team.
2nd and 1. They actually did have a good start, too.
Yeah, they did. Didn't they start 4-0?
2nd and 1, and I'll check. And here is Williams with the pass, and that is going to be caught. I think that could be a first down, but I'm not exactly sure. Bears started 4-2, and then they have lost every game since.
Yeah, well, that's because I believe that last game that they lost was against the Commanders on that Hail Mary, and then they both kind of sputtered out after that dancing
Oh no,
party.
more Sam Haggerty comments. 1st and 10 with 4 minutes left in this quarter, less than 5, and now we've got a handoff, and that is to Swift. He gets at least 5 yards on that.
That's a
Give
good
about
run
a
by
2nd and
DeAndre.
5.
The AAA Haggerty comments got me going crazy over here.
Then let's rave about, I don't know, Carlos Peguero in AAA.
Not Carlos Peguero.
That guy was either he literally strikes out or he hits a home run once in a while. There was no balance.
Yeah,
2nd and 5.
He wasn't great.
He had talent, but he was not made for major leagues. As we got a fake handoff. He's not getting a little pressure, and here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 5 for the Bears. Calamari's good.
Yeah, I'm having a chicken pot pie.
And ooh, that's deadly. Do you know what's even more deadly? Do you know what's the most deadly of
What?
seafood? Fried calamari is deadly.
Fried calamari is good. I also like a good shrimp, or not shrimp, seafood pasta, shrimp, calamari, anything in it. I love that, man.
Once it gets to Lent season as a Catholic, I'm definitely hitting up a ton of seafood restaurants.
As you should.
3rd and 5. Looks like they're sensing the blitz, and look, here is the blitz. Now he gets overwhelmed, and that's gonna be caught. No, dropped. Keenan Allen is intended for. As we got a 4th and 5, and the Seahawks get off the field real quickly on the defense.
An uncharacteristic drop by Allen.
Keenan Allen, a longtime receiver for Phillip Rivers when they were at the San Diego Chargers.
He had a good break, too. Just he took his eyes off of it and dropped that.
Now we got 4th and 5. We're going to punt. Taylor is awaiting. And here it is. Gets a nice clean punt. And that is going to go to the 10. And he's going to... Oh! Looks like he should have fair caught that because that could have been a fumble.
That was a great special teams tackle there.
It was beautifully designed play.
Number 1.
That should have been a fumble right there, too.
Darren, I think is his last name.
And they're going to have to run the ball because they're way too deep in.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. They could take a sack if he tries to drop back.
And regarding the Seahawks, what should they do? Like, I think Geno has one more year in his contract, but do the Seahawks dare just cut him? Because if they cut him, who are they going to replace him with? Because I don't think you're going to go into that season with Sam Howell.
It depends on how much. I'd have to see him play more and see him get reps for me to believe that Sam Howell's good enough for a year. Now, look at the draft class where the Seahawks at. What could they trade up to for a QB?
There's not really anyone suitable in the draft class, though.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. I guess if Ewers actually doesn't go back to college, he might be okay.
They got for number 1 overall pick, if they even get to that, it's going to be looks like it's Deion Sanders' son. Sanders. Is that Deion Sanders' son? Shedeur
Sanders, and he's horrible.
And he's the number 1 overall. He doesn't have a good arm. This sounds like a horrible draft class for quarterbacks. Then we got Cam. Now we got Cam Ward, but he's not gonna.
Cam Ward's not good. I watched him at Wazoo personally play. I've talked to the dude's another Jamarcus Russell. That is exactly who that guy is.
He gives you that vibe.
Yeah, talk to him.
Is he like, so if you give him a playbook and that had $100 in there,
he wouldn't get that. And also too, he'd probably, like, if you gave him a playbook, if he did read it, he wouldn't understand what the plays are happening. Like, half the time he was just being relayed and told what to do on the field through his helmet.
Yeah, and Jamarcus Russell, remember he was given a playbook that had fake tapes because he was supposed to he's like, so did you go to the tapes? Yeah, man, let's get to the practice. Yeah, no. And the coach was like, yeah, but here's the thing. The tapes were empty, so you clearly did not take the time.
Jamarcus Russell is one of those big what ifs.
If he worked out, I don't know. If he worked out, he could have been another Cam Newton. And if he took care of his body.
I think Cam Newton could have been better than Cam Newton. I think he sold himself short.
He did sell himself short, and it was after that Super Bowl. He wasn't the same after that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I remembered like the rise of Cam Newton and the fall of Cam Newton came pretty much at the same time, unfortunately.
It was 1 year.
And we got Geno Smith, we got Jackson Smith and Jigba in the motion. It's going to be a handoff to Zach Charbonnet, and he actually breaks tackles. Actually, it's not Charbonnet, it's McIntosh who breaks the tackle. But yeah, Cam Newton, remember his ego was absolutely through the roof after that 15-1 season, beat the Seahawks barely, throws the Seahawks towel, which got Seahawks fans really offended by it. I actually defended Cam Newton going, I mean, it's heat of the moment. Someone kind of provoked him to do it. 2nd and 4. Ball on there around 10. Handing off to McIntosh again, and he trips, and it's going to be about a 3rd and a short. And at this one, I would punch it through and give it to Zach Charbonnet, as he's usually the 3rd down back, and that's looked like they're going to do. And then Cam Newton got all cocky for the Super Bowl. Then it doesn't even dive for the fumbled ball. And then at his press conference, he was just so pouty. He was like, yeah, man, we didn't win. We'll be back. And he just left.
He was never good again. The last time we saw greatness out of him was actually in Seattle when the Patriots came in and they had that shootout.
3rd and 2. And it looks like they're probably going to give it to Charbonnet. I can't really tell what they're going to do. Nope. Smith is going to pass. And who's he going to pass to? He's going to scramble. And I think he's going to pass. And that's going to be to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Did he catch it? He did not catch it. I needed that 1 point. And I think Smith should have just ran through that. I think he could have ran it through. Let's take a look and see. So Smith, I guess he was going to pass at that point.
Well, his route,
and he had open lanes.
But yeah, no, I don't know why he threw. Also, he should have thrown it to the other shoulder. He threw it to his back shoulder, where if he had led him, then he probably catches that ball.
No, that's not a good pass. Like, people, I'm going to tell you this, like, people who think Geno Smith is a good quarterback only look at the numbers. They don't actually watch the game.
I don't think you can even call yourself a fan if you think Geno's a good quarterback.
And most of those Geno fans say that we're not Seahawks fans for criticizing Geno Smith. Reflect the Sun. Sam Haggerty got hurt in 22, at the end of 22 against the Tigers, and that's what messed him up. So had he not been hurt, maybe it could have worked out, but at best, he would have been just another Dylan Moore.
He would have had a whopping 12 steals if he hadn't gotten hurt. Anyways, I would have taken 2022 Ricky Henderson, and he would have had 30 steals on the Mariners compared to 2022 Sam Haggerty.
Oh, man, Ricky Henderson. Hey, look, Carnival.
Yeah, the Carnival ads are kind of cool.
I heard Carnival's not as good as it used to be, though.
No, it's not. by any means, from what I've heard.
What's
Although
the
they have
best-
a new island coming out, so that might boost them up. Royal Caribbean's pretty popular right now.
1st and 10, ball on the 30, and Seahawks absolutely failed. It was a 3 and out, and now we got a handoff toss over to Swift, and he goes down for about at least a few yards, and Witherspoon gets in there.
That was a
And he
great read by Witherspoon. Sorry.
Yeah, and he did the Dikembe Mutombo. Not today.
He came through that. Watch this replay. Watch him come out of his position and just shoot it. Granted, yes, there's going to be someone open here if that receiver, say, had popped out. But he already read it. He could see the read. That is a great play. And also, notice for anybody who is on your thing or has kids or maybe is an athlete, tackle. You got to finish. Go low. That's how it works.
2nd and 17, and it's going to go to number 2, and he's actually getting some yards, so they kind of make up for it. And it's going to be about a 3rd and I think a 5.
DJ Moore with a great play.
DJ Moore, that's what it was. A player that I never trusted on defense was Jamal Adams. Yes, he got all those sacks, but he was always he always missed his assignment. He always gave up those 50-yard bombs.
Jamal Adams.
I never liked Jamal Adams. I didn't think he was worth the draft picks.
The only guy who ever got locked out of his own practice facility.
Wow, I didn't know that. 3rd and 6.
There's a Jets video of it.
3rd and 6 sounds like a Jets thing. And here is Caleb Williams looking to pass, and he's got some time. And here is a big pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be 4th down. And I think my prediction is almost on par. If the Seahawks win, it will be in a very unimpressive fashion.
So, Caleb Williams is, I don't know how he just missed Rome there. He had Odunze wide open.
If that was any other quarterback, if it was like Sam Darnold from last week, that is nailed.
He wasn't rushed. He had time. That was a bad throw.
It was a terrible throw.
Now that's even more confusing. He's telling him to keep running, but the ball was behind him.
And now it's going to be a punt, and that is going all the way to the 15, and this time it's going to be a fair catch.
Yes, reflect the sun, but he wasn't – the ball was behind him, so even if he did run the route, it wouldn't have mattered because he missed the throw.
Reflect the Sun is finally talking about something else than Sam Haggerty. We need Chad in our chat box.
So
He would make it so much more fun. He would say all the jokes.
Let's see. What do we got? Let's see the games for week 17. So we got, what do you think on Saturday? We got the 3 triple header on NFL Network. Do you think the Patriots or Chargers win? Chargers, it's a must-need win.
Chargers.
Okay. What about Denver and
1st and 10.
Cincinnati?
1st and 10, and it's going to be Geno Smith with the pass to DK Metcalf, and he actually trips himself to get 5 yards. Not like trip, but he bulldozed. Cincinnati's home.
I believe so. Yep.
Cincinnati's going to win.
Yep.
Cincinnati. Denver always
to
has late season meltdowns, though, so I'm going to say Cincinnati.
Okay.
And now we've got Geno Smith. He's working on a 2nd and 5. They're just running the ball smoothly. They're going to have to do it again. Maybe get some receivers in action. Give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I know I'm going to say it all game because he is on my fantasy team, so I need all the help that I could get. And they're just letting the clock die.
Cardinals and Rams. Well, obviously, you want the Cardinals to win.
Rams are going to win.
What do you think that score is going to be?
I think Cardinals will make it close to make it like 13-13, and then Rams are just going to, at the 4th quarter, win by 10.
I am actually going to go out on a limb here. I think the Rams lose. I think the Cardinals show up and they win 24-21 on a last-second field goal.
So you think Cardinals will play troll mode?
I think the Cardinals play good enough because I think that game, I think the NFL, I think everyone wants to see a Seahawks-Rams Sunday night game.
So you think it's going to be? So you think it's going to be scripted to the bones?
Pretty close.
So if the Seahawks win, you're going to expect a scripted game out of the Cardinals.
Of course, because if you're talking about a chance for massive ratings, NFC West division title on the line, loser out of playoffs. Why would you not want to watch that? That is the best kind of.
Oh, the Beast games! I applied to that like 3 times by now. I want to get into the Beast games.
You want to get into the Beast games? Why?
Publicity, possible money.
Yeah, Mr. Beast's games. He's really gone a lot of places with that money. Hey, as we're looking at a Mazda Miata ad, he needs some Mazdas. Vroom, vroom.
Going back to Mr. Beast, let's just not forget that he was literally a kid in his room making a bunch of silly videos, and they didn't really get anywhere until, well, it took time, I'll say that. It was not until like 2017 was when he finally blew up, and then he was able to afford to do much more fun, cool things.
I mean, everything, you start out small, you make somewhere. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be calling the Seahawks games from in the booth.
I'll pass. That would be too much of a 9 to 5 for me.
But it might be fun.
No, it's all that pressure. Then you have to like go off of a script, and it's like, no, I get exhausted.
Or you change the script because Steve Rabel will be gone. You make the script. You will be the next Steve Rabel.
But I want to do all my other things, though. I have other dreams, and I don't want to just be locked into just Seahawks.
Well, you won't, because you only got the NFL season. After that, you can do any sport you want.
I guess.
I mean, it'd be better than being stuck with that. If you got the Mariners, you'd be stuck.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't even be able to have summer break.
You wouldn't have a life. 162 games, and you'd be calling every single one of them.
Well, which I'm technically trying to do myself anyway.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying.
It's more laid back, I know.
Like, you could choose if one day you go, yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
I think I've had those days before. No, there were days where like I could have done a game, but I was like, no, I'd rather just play softball on the field with my friends.
That's how it goes.
We got 2nd and 5, and that's going to be the Zach Charbonnet. He gets stopped pretty much instantly. And this Seahawks offense is as predictable as it gets.
I think the Seahawks just sputtered out.
I think they are kind of complacent and just depending on the fact that, oh yeah, it's the Bears. Who cares? We're going to beat them anyway. Not a good mindset to have. You want to play no mercy.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. Lockett going to the wide. Jackson Smith and Jigba in the slot. And what are they going to do? I think they got to pass. There's no way that you can run this one. And he is going to pass, and he's got some time. And here's Smith with the pass, and that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he finally gets it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Finally, that gets me a point at least. 3.8 points to be exact. Woohoo! But I need a lot more than that if I'm going to win the championship, the Super Bowl. And we got a 1st and 10. Zach Charbonnet, I think they're just going to hand it to him. Doesn't look like they're going to pass. Man in motion is in Jigba. They do hand it to Zach Charbonnet, and he breaks through, and that's going to be at least 5 yards. It looks like they just want to grind and run the football throughout this entire game.
I mean, they're trying to take the ball out of the Bears' hands. They don't. Really
They just don't. Yeah,
touch it.
They just don't want to deal with Caleb Williams.
It's true.
Got 2nd and 4, and Harris Smith is handed off to Charbonnet again, and he's going to get through, and he barrels his way through to get the 1st down, and they are getting close into Bears territory for a Seahawks 1st down. And now we've got 1st and 10. Now we got 1st and 10, ball on the 45. And now here's Smith, fake handoff, and he's got some time. And now here's a big pass, and that's going to be caught. And that is Tyler Lockett who goes down immediately. This is the most time I've seen out of Geno Smith. He's got so much time. If I were him, he should pass as much as he can to get some legitimate reps and get ready for that Rams game. And are the Cardinals at home or on the road? I think they're at home. So I would imagine if they're at home, then there's a good chance for the Cardinals to win. We got 1st and 10, ball on the 42. And now here's Smith with a quick pass to Tyler Lockett. And he immediately just slides down Come on, give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. It seems that Tyler Lockett's his body, I think, has seen his best days.
Oh, yeah.
It's really sad that he may not even win a Super Bowl for the Seahawks. Cameras pointing to in Smith and Jigba and DK Metcalf. I think it's agreeable that they're pointing at the cameras because they're like, yeah, get him the ball. Get them the ball. Zach Charbonnet's now on the bench with McIntosh up on the backfield. 2nd and 7. And it's going to be a man in motion. It's Tyler Lockett. And here's Smith looking to pass. And now he's got some time. He's actually running out of time. He's going to run and he gets sacked. He is going to take the sack. And again, Geno Smith just holds on to the ball too long. He's very indecisive with his pocket awareness.
That he is.
Very indecisive. And it's safe to say, if the Seahawks lose this game, you might as well just say that they're out.
Oh, they are out. They can't mathematically make it if they don't win.
Pretty much. And now we got 3rd and 10, and you're definitely going to have to pass on this one. And now here's Smith looking to pass, got flags all over the place. And now here is it's going to be incomplete, and I wonder what this is.
The Bears are looking like they're saying it's a false start by Seattle. I don't know.
And that means the play has to be dead.
Yeah.
Offsides. Offense. Yep, and that's it. 4th down.
This is going to be wild. I think they should try to go for it. They got nothing to lose. It's the Bears. They haven't been able to drive on the defense at all day. I'd say take a shot. How do you line up offsides? Well, it's easy. You don't check in to your referee, end up offsides.
4th and 10, and here is Michael Dixon. Unfortunately, one of the best players on the Seahawks. And there should be a flag there. There was a pushing going on.
That was in front of the official and not a single
Not
flag.
even paying attention to it.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that's going to be the reason the Seahawks lose. I'm just saying, hey, ref, pay attention. Reflect the sun. Geno Smith working with the 2nd worst O-line in the NFL. I'm sorry. I'm not giving him that excuse. I can't. Even if he had the best offensive line, I think he'd still screw it up.
That's kind of crazy. I don't even know what to say to that.
A soda that has 3 grams of sugar. Oh, the poppies. Yes, those things have been popular lately. Poppies have like very low sugar, but sometimes you wonder like, what's the catch, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it's to a point where they're just going to say, well, you're better off just having a regular Coca-Cola or a regular Pepsi or a regular Sprite. I don't know. Like Diet Coke, Diet Coke's overrated because it's not diet. It's not anything better because it's full of crap. I know a friend who drinks Diet Cokes one Diet Coke a day. I think that's gross.
It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you there.
Not at all.
Well, do you think the Bears are going to show up at all in this game, or do you think that they are only going to be?
I think it's only a matter of time. If the Seahawks are not capitalizing, that gives the Bears every bit of confidence to make some kind of a comeback. Coach Prime, they're making a show on prime time. Oh, God. And it's not like he hasn't really done that well with the Buffaloes either.
It's true.
Chasing Eric Dickerson. 2105 rushing yards. Barkley's at 1838 with only 2 games to play.
I'd rather not see it fall.
He just needs 200. He needs 268 yards in his final 2 games.
Oh, he's going to get that against the Giants alone.
That'd be funny to do it against the Giants. That'd be like the biggest FU.
Yeah, I bet he is. I bet he breaks it against the Giants.
Well, yeah, he has. It's gonna have to be that kind of game.
And the Giants literally said they didn't need him. I got Swift in the backfield.
1st and 10, and we're looking at the 10 literally. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Here is the pass, and that is going to be caught. And it looks like we got some flags flying around. I wonder if this is either a holding call or some kind of roughness.
That was intended for Keenan Allen. He switched his receiver. You could see it in his eyes.
Pass interference on the offense.
Apparently DJ Moore somehow got PI. I'm not really positive on that. Oh, I forgot. This is the one that Al Michaels does with Kirk Herbstreit.
Yep. I kind of miss Al Michaels.
Al Michaels I liked. I miss him on NBC. Kirk Herbstreit I could do without.
Mike Tirico, I'm like, no. He was more of a...
Yeah, but he never should have been.
He's more of a Monday Night Football guy.
Yeah, but he never should have been on NBC.
And now we've got... we're flirting with a safety. They nearly got the safety on that one.
That was a really bad decision by DJ Moore. I don't...
Remember when Golden Tate got the first down, then he tried to run back? And then even his offensive line pushed him like, bro, go that way.
I do remember that. Mr. Witherspoon.
Except I miss Golden Tate. Golden Tate, I thought, was one of the more underrated receivers the Seahawks had.
I think Golden Tate was good. I think the whole drama with Russell Wilson's wife was the problem.
2nd and 17. 4 seconds left, and the clock is going down. Where's the delay of game on that one? Here's Caleb Williams in the pass, and that is going to be caught, and it's going to be not really much. It's probably going to be about a 3rd and 10.
It gives them a chance, though, now on 3rd and 10. They can actually try to throw the ball with less time.
Caleb Williams wearing the helmet that says "Stop Hate."
Oh, that's the NFL way.
At least they don't do it as much as the NBA. The NBA is literally all focused on that and jacking up threes.
Has gone woke. That's all I can say.
The NBA has... And here's the thing. If their product was good, and even with all that distractions, it'd still be watchable. So it's not only that, but it's also that it's just bad. Too many rules on... Can't even play defense anymore. Now here is looking to pass, and here is a dump pass, and looks like he's going to get the first down, and he's going to get some big yards on that. And he still hasn't gotten down. No one's tackling, and he finally does. And that gets to the 35, and that is pretty... That's pretty concerning. Seahawks got out-schemed on that. They were not expecting it.
It was a good pass to Swift. Swift just knew how to play that.
And that was all on Swift, and it was also bad tackles. Yeah, missed tackling, and here's a throw, and that's going to be picked off. There, it is picked up, but there's a flag out there, which is why the play is kind of stopping.
Keenan Allen got PI'd. There's nothing but PI on Keenan Allen. I mean, that would have been a catch by him. That is a horrible. Oh no!
Oh no! Players on defense. Automatic first down.
I was gonna say the PI though was awful. If they show that again. Oh, he knew it the whole time. He knew he had gotten him.
So he maybe could have gotten a free play. Someone's not paying attention.
On the Seahawks.
This is why I think this is not going to be an easy game for the Seahawks, because they always get themselves in the way.
Reflect the sun.
Just let her be. Let her say what
she... Was it an actual her?
I don't know. And now we got Swift going for a run, and he is going to barrel his way for the first down. And I remember I warned you, if the Seahawks don't keep scoring, it's only a matter of time.
No, I think the pictures of Marvelous Miss Maisel, which was an Amazon Prime show. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what Reflect the Sun's thing is.
We got 1st and 10, and they are finally getting to Seahawks territory, and this is the most active the offense has been for the Bears. Here's Swift with the handoff, and they kind of got him, but now he's trying to jump his way and got maybe about 2 to 3 yards on that.
Well, that's because Caleb Williams didn't even try to put a hand on somebody. He kind of just jumped. Leave it to Caleb Williams to not try.
I'm gonna look at other quarterbacks that are available right now. If the Seahawks miss the playoffs,
Daniel Jones.
Talking about drafting.
Oh.
And there's really nobody to draft in the first round.
Unless Ewers goes or someone else.
I don't even know about Quinn Ewers, to be honest. 2nd and 7.
I was just trying to give you a name that is better than Shedeur.
Now here is Caleb Williams looking to pass, and now he is going to go down with the sack.
It's a great play defensively by the Seahawks. You got him on a 3rd down here. This is going to be a big pass down. Hopefully,
pass downfield, yeah, because Jalen Milroe of Alabama. But the thing is, you don't want him. You don't want an Alabama quarterback.
Well, it's not even just the Alabama quarterback. I mean,
It says that Russell Wilson has been a good story, but he is just a temporary solution. Steelers need to groom a quarterback for the future, which they have Justin Fields, but I guess they don't like him either. 3rd and 9.
Fields would be nice to have.
Now we've got a pass, and now they're going to still get the first down, and the Seahawks are just not doing any tackling at all.
They're missing tackles, and they're letting. What I'm really starting to get mad about is how are you going to let these These are dump passes to DJ Moore, and he's running over the entirety of the Seattle Seahawks linebacker and secondary. That's just
maybe Jalen Milroe is someone to go for.
No, he's not.
You don't like him.
Rewatch last year's championship game against Michigan in the Rose Bowl, and then you tell me what you think about him. He had the better team. He was more superior on the final play of the game, regardless of what the coaches said. He ran a QB run right in the middle of 8 defenders and got sacked. He had multiple men open. He didn't look downfield. He just tried to run.
1st and 10. And now we've got a handoff to the ugly helmet. And that's going to be down right there.
It looks like he's got like a big head with that stupid thing on it.
Yeah, their head looks more oversized.
Williams is massive, by the way, in person. That dude is a
big guy, yeah.
So big. And he's not really fat. He's really in shape.
Quinn Ewers is... No, he's a senior, I would assume, but he is a 2nd rounder. But I don't know if Quinn Ewers would be the... He has a big arm, but he has to improve his accuracy. 2nd and 11. And then the ball is dropped, and Caleb Williams still gets out of it. And that's a pass, and that's going to be a first down. I swear, the Seahawks, whenever they force a fumble, they still find a way to give up a first down.
Keenan Allen right there just showed why he's a great veteran wide receiver. I don't know if anyone else just saw what he did, but Caleb Williams got in trouble. He broke his route, and he got open for him. Watch this. So there's the miss. But watch Allen right here. He sees it. He drops behind number 10 and tries to work upfield. That is reading the play and trying to help the quarterback out. Also, fantasy points for me, so thank you, Keenan. Much appreciated. Now, if
1st
you could
and
get
10.
Touchdown, that'd be great.
And they are now severely into the red zone.
Yeah. Oh.
Now here is Caleb Williams, and he's going for a pass. Here's the flag. And that's going to be incomplete. I wonder what this flag is about. Hopefully it's a holding, or is it
It's going to be on Seattle.
Illegal shift on the offense. Carson Beck. How do you feel about Carson Beck of Georgia?
No. Don't. You go watch the Georgia games. He is way overrated.
All right. There's not really much to look forward to after that. This is a really weak class of quarterbacks.
The Seahawks could always try to get somebody like Spencer Rattler or somebody on some of these teams that's not good and try to.
No.
He could be another Russell Wilson. You never know.
2nd and 10. And they are at the 17 or 18. 5 seconds left on the clock of the play clock. And now here is Caleb Williams looking to pass. And now here is a throw. And that's going to go into the end zone of nothingness.
They could get Aaron Rodgers.
No.
But he is an option.
They won't.
Teddy Bridgewater just came back.
No old guys.
You want to try to build youth? Well, that's the problem. The young QBs that are out there right now, besides Penix, which I think the Seahawks messed up and should have drafted him last year.
Well, they weren't even in the position to draft him anyway.
They could have traded up and gotten him, I think.
3rd and 10. I don't trust the UW though.
Don't have to, but they have produced some great players.
Now here is Caleb Williams. He's scrambling out of the pocket. We got a flag, probably a holding. Here's a pass, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown, but we got a flag, so we're going to see what it's about.
Odunze, but it's going back. Holding. Offense. Yes, sir.
Offense, you figured that was holding.
Yeah.
But basically, Seahawks got away with bad defense by the referees.
They'll go for it. Don't worry. But not to Odunze, please. I like Keenan Allen. I feel like that would be a good look. If you're going to score, at least do it for somebody that would help me in my fantasy championship.
Yeah, that was huge holding right there.
That was a great throw. I got to give him that. That was a great jump pass. And
so much taunting by Witherspoon. 3rd and 20. And if the Seahawks can get another sack, maybe that'll take them out of the field goal range. Now here is Caleb Williams looking for a pass, and that's going to be caught by Swift, and it takes him forever to get him go down. That was Mafe with the tackle. It's going to be a 4th down, but they're going to kick the field goal.
That's fine. That's not horrible.
Oh, it's horrible because we shouldn't be giving up points to the Chicago freaking Bears.
It's true, but 3-3 at the end of the half is better than nothing being down.
No, I want Jackson Smith and Jigba to get the ball. And here is Santos, former kicker of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going to go for a kick on a 4th and 17. It's going to be a 42-yard attempt. That should be doable for him. And we'll see where this goes. Now here's the place and the kick, and it goes right through the uprights, and that is good. And this ball game is tied, and Seahawks absolutely have to score on the next drive, or else because they will not get the ball for the second half. So it will be very critical.
Well, and now we got another commercial.
Boring commercials. No, my commercial should be that Chad going, World Series, baby!
That was, Mitch Haniger was so, dude, we should have that on recording. That was great.
I did. I put it as a YouTube short.
Did you really?
I saved it.
That's so
for a reason, because I thought it was gold, like you said.
It was gold, dude. That and the Ken Griffey Jr. one just...
Ken Griffey Jr. one, he's on a walker.
I was like, dang, dude. Sam Haggerty can play quarterback. Oh, reflect the sun.
Big Sam Haggerty fan, I must say.
You are almost as loyal of a fan as my friend is to Braden Bishop. He loved Braden Bishop.
I know. Do you know of someone that was very loyal to Cade Marlowe?
No.
Oh, that was someone on Twitter that was very loyal to Cade Marlowe.
Cade Marlowe was garbage. Whatever happened to him?
Still in AAA.
Is he still in the Mariners? What about the other dude that we got in that trade? Canzone. What happened? Dominic Canzone.
He has talent, but the guy has zero mechanics.
That's true. No.
Like when he hits the home run, it's absolutely like a beautiful home run. It's like the most beautiful home run ever. But when he strikes out, it's like ugly.
Dude, he's something.
And now there's no room for Canzone anymore.
We don't. You have an outfield of Robles,
Arozarena,
and
Julio.
Julio, that's it. And then who else you got? Well, apparently we're going to keep Mitch. Still think Mitch Haniger needs to be DFA'd.
No, he's got to go.
We're paying him so much money. I'm so mad he took the player contract. Like, it makes me upset because of how nice we were to even take you back. We traded for you when we never should have. And Robbie Ray was way better. And they were like, Mitch Haniger, World Series, Robbie Ray. Nah, I don't need Ray. We got Mitch.
You know, if it wasn't for his home runs and doubles, he would have been no different than 2010 Ken Griffey Jr.
Hey, 2010 Ken Griffey Jr. still had, 19 home runs?
That was 2009 Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, yeah. He had, 3 home runs?
No, he had 0.
How many games did he play?
Like, maybe 30?
Hey, 30 games! Let me look at the stat.
Then he ghosted the team with 2 Mountain Dews and a car.
Yeah, that was kind of
funny. And then Jay Buhner texts him going, dude, where the bleep are you? I'm pretty sure Griffey didn't answer that text message.
I think Griffey, it was what's-his-face's fault, the manager, Don Wakamatsu or whatever.
You didn't like Wakamatsu? I actually did.
I didn't. I mean, what did you like about him? We didn't win. He couldn't even put together a
Rams
roster.
will win the division if the Seahawks lose tonight and Cardinals lose. But Seahawks have to win. Oh, so if Rams win on Saturday, it's over.
Yes.
First and 10, ball on the 30. And now here is Geno Smith. He's going to hand it off to Zach Charbonnet. And that's actually the man to give it to because he gets at least 9 yards on that.
Hey, Griffey had 18 hits and 7 RBIs and 2 doubles in 2010.
The fact that he even drove in runs is shocking.
What's surprising is he had 18 hits and he only struck out 17
It looks like we
times.
got a flag going on. There's some kind of altercations going on, and flags are absolutely flying around. Metcalf is having a big words, and Jigba's trying to get him restrained, which he should, because you don't want to get, because that's the problem I have with DK Metcalf, is he just has a really big mouth. Here, let's see what it was. So DK was, yep, that DK, he pushed him. That's gonna be a flag right there. DK, I know that you get
the headbutt might get him ejected.
I hope it does, because I need more plays for Jackson Smith and Jigba, and we're gonna see what it is. Let's listen to it. Yeah, because he's a dumbass.
Was he ejected?
Yep, DK Metcalf's gone.
You know, I've been saying it from the very beginning. A lot of people love DK. Everyone in the league loves him. I think DK Metcalf.
I think he's
trash.
overrated. I think he's
I don't
overrated.
think he's ever done anything good. Is he actually gone?
Yeah, he's been disqualified. I think he's been disqualified.
Well, he's still got his helmet on, which is why I'm confused.
That's why I'm confused too.
Oh, now he's still talking. He's still John. He's still
Dude,
John.
it's like, dude, just shut up.
He's John with number 29. Throw him out. Throw him out. Oh, dang, the taunt. I love the tap the head taunt by the Chicago Bears is great. Man, DK, I don't think he's gone because he's still got his helmet and they haven't ushered him to leave. I honestly confused here. Well, no, I don't.
He's not disqualified, but I think he should be disqualified for the way he's been acting.
He's not disqualified. I'm just confused as to what's going on.
I'm a diehard Seahawks fan, and I think DK Metcalf should be ejected. I'm a diehard Seahawks fan, but I still think DK Metcalf. I don't like DK Metcalf. He's never effective. He's only effective when he wants to be. He's not. He's so toxic that even Ocho Cinco, Antonio Brown, and T.O., they cringe at him. They'd say, dude, you're a fucking dumbass.
Not Terrell Owens.
I love Terrell Owens. I know people hate him for that. You know what's funny? Everyone hates the Dallas Cowboys, but when he did the Dallas Cowboys, looking heavenward celebration, literally everyone victimized the Cowboys. They actually defended the Cowboys. I was like, wait, don't you hate the Cowboys? You'd be cheering for T.O. for doing that.
I think, I don't know. I've never been a T.O. fan. I think everyone tried to say he's better than Moss. I think Moss is the second best receiver to ever play the game. I think T.O.
Who's number one? Jerry Rice?
Jerry Rice by far.
I think Antonio Brown could have been the best if he did not get in his own way.
I don't.
You don't. Even if he was good guy.
AB was a great player, but I think Jerry Rice's consistency, I think the only thing we've seen replicated has been Mike Evans, and I wouldn't even say Mike Evans is in the top 10 best receivers of all time.
Yeah, but you hear the rumors that Jerry Rice actually admitted to doping.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, if Jerry Rice was to fall, I'd say Randy Moss should be the next one up. Randy Moss made some unreal plays, and it was just casual for him.
I know Randy Moss was one of a kind. And
I think T.O. is still good. I'd still put him in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I would too.
I just think him and McNabb, and they couldn't beat the Patriots. Says something.
They almost did, and T.O. I think played with a broken leg, I think, or whatever it was.
He did play with a broken leg. That's his claim to fame, that he lost because he had a broken leg.
Do you think if he didn't have a broken leg, they would have won the Super Bowl?
No, I think they would have. The Patriots in that lunch. Oh, no. What is Lockett doing now?
Lockett, get out of there. You're more mature than that.
Man, this is like a immature show right here. Oh!
And the Bears are proud of him for that. That was the idea, to get them provoked. And now we got a 2nd and 16. Here's Geno Smith looking to pass. Here is the pass caught by Noah Fant, and he's going to run actually more. He's barreling through, and that nearly gets the first down.
That was a great play by Noah Fant. I love Noah Fant. I think he's just a great player. I just think Seattle has been known for not using
tight ends.
Yeah. Oh, look,
they never used Richard Sherman.
I do not like Richard Sherman. He's talked so much crap since leaving Seattle that, in my opinion, he doesn't deserve to be called Seahawk.
He's not always wrong, though.
No, but I just think
he's not wrong. Like, he is. He's just telling it as it is. Like, he was right about Russell Wilson.
Well, yeah, Russell Wilson was a problem, and I think everyone knew that. I think Pete Carroll kept him around because Pete loved him.
And Pete knew how to use him, too.
100%.
3rd and 3, and I would imagine that they're going to pass. Yep, they are going to pass. Charbonnet's on the wide. And you got to give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba, I hope. Clock is going down. Now here's Smith looking to pass. Got time. Here's a pass to Noah Fant. That's going to be an easy first down. And he's still running off too. And that's going to be about close to a 50. Can you please just give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Second half. Gotta
second half. But you still got to score. See, Geno Smith actually had a good awareness on that in that pocket. 1st and 10, and now here's Smith. He's trying to scramble out immediately. Good block by the line. Here is the pass, and that's going to be caught by DK Metcalf, and that's going to be a first down, but you got to hurry it up. Your time is wasting. Time's wasting. But I really do think that DK should have been traded after the Russell Wilson trade. We could have easily gotten first-round picks off of that.
100%.
1st and 10. Here's Smith looking for pass, and he's going to run. He's got to scramble. He doesn't have a choice, and he was even thinking about passing. I was like, bro, why are you doing that? Now we got 2nd down with 53 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, take some timeouts here.
Yep. I think at halftime we should probably talk about what should the Seahawks do
for the second half.
End. Not a little bit of that, but I also want to talk about like what should they do after the season, because there are so many questions. Like, are they going to keep Geno Smith for the rest of his contract? What are they going to do with DK Metcalf since he's on trade rumors? Are they going to blow it up?
They will not be doing any of that.
No, you think they're going to just stay the course and they'll delusionally think that they can win a Super Bowl with Geno freaking Smith getting close to 35 years old?
Yeah, I think that's what they think.
That's a horrible assumption. It's very delusional.
It's very Seattle, though.
Man, you know what was the worst years to be a Seattle fan? From 2008 to 2011 were the darkest years. And the only thing...
Yes and no, because from 09 to 11, the Sounders were very good.
But the Sounders didn't...
They did.
They did, but no one really cared back then as much.
They had a pretty good following, but you had to be more of a cult soccer fan to follow.
No, you had to be a cult soccer fan. Now it's a little bit more mainstream. I was technically a cult soccer fan through the World Cup, but I still didn't give the Sounders any attention.
You should. You should give them some attention.
I should have. Like, I had some chances to watch some good old Korean players back then, and I blew it all. So yeah, you do have a point. Could have watched some Thierry Henry. And now soccer is mainstream popular.
You should definitely start a rooftop sports soccer segment.
No, soccer's tough to do because of all the copyright problems.
Well, who cares?
Their clips are very copyright restrictive. FIFA is very anal about it.
Yeah, but the MLS may not be.
I don't know. I'm just not interested enough to do it. Reflect the Sun says trade DK, Dre, Mont Jones, release Lockett, Fant, sign.
Oh, here we go. Reflect the Sun. I'm gonna say something here. If you release Lockett, the Seattle City will riot. That is their boy. He is the golden boy.
Let him retire.
You cannot release Tyler Lockett.
Let him retire.
And Fant, you want to release Fant?
It's kind of insane to do that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Release Smith, I would say. Second
Release
and 6.
Jake Bobo, he's a bum.
53 seconds left on this clock. He got 2nd and 6. And he's going to hand it off to Zach Charbonnet, and he gets stopped almost instantly.
Burn another timeout here because
they should have passed. They should have
This
passed.
is throwing in the final minute. You got to throw the ball.
You got to throw the ball.
It's not about the salary. You can't just cut somebody like that so you can be picked up for cheaper by someone
And
else.
they're going for the hurry-up offense on a 3rd and 5. You would hope that worst-case scenario is going to be a field goal, and Geno Smith's just wasting so much time. And they call a timeout.
So we just wasted about 15 seconds for what?
For nothing.
I still question Mike McDaniel sometimes.
I would agree.
That's the Seattle way.
Fant is a 48 PFF run blocker, one of the second worst in the NFL, along with our second worst O-line. So basically she's saying that Noah Fant is basically a shitty Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, she is saying that, but that's not the point. The point is that at least we had some possibilities with Fant.
You know who I think was the best tight end in Seahawks history? Zach Miller. And now we got Geno Smith. And that was batted down. That's going to be 4th and 5. No,
what
Zach
you know
Miller,
about my
I thought
boy,
was...
Zach Miller.
Zach Miller was a huge block, great at blocking, and he gets open when he needed to.
Yeah, I love Zach Miller. Zach Miller was amazing.
Too bad his body just gave up on him after his around 3rd or 4th season with the Seahawks.
Yeah. What a block there. He had Fant open too.
Barner equals Miller. Okay, yeah. 4th and 5, and they're going to have to go for the field goal. Here's Jason Myers going for the field goal to give the Seahawks hopefully a 6-3 lead, and we're going to see if he does. And now the place, the kick, and that goes right through the uprights.
Right
That's
downtown.
Jason Myers with a nice kick and field goal to make it 6-3. But unfortunately, that's all they could get. We have 21 seconds left, and going into the half, I'm not sure.
I don't think Chicago even tries it. They're going to just kneel it out. They don't want to.
Oh boy, this is very embarrassing. Like, even if the Seahawks win this game, I'm still gonna say it's embarrassing.
The 6-3 win. I'm just upset because I need some fantasy points. So
I need Jackson Smith and Jigba to do things, and looks like my team might just crap the bed.
Mine is not. I'm not too worried yet, but JSN, I got some good news. It sounds like for anybody who has I can't think of his name, J.K. Dobbins, they might be activating him for this week.
Not my problem.
No, that's a good thing. I have him. It's going to help my
I
run
need
game.
Devontae Adams to be out because he's considered questionable.
No. We will not be taking that advice from Rooftop. You're trying to hurt my team if Devontae goes out.
Yeah, but Devontae's is my opponent.
That's okay. Sometimes you got to take an L.
Hey, no! I had a 1-5 start. I drafted horribly. I got in the playoffs in the most crazy way. I got to finish the story. I got to finish the underdog story.
The underdog story is losing in the championship to a team that's better. That's the underdog story.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, what up, Dirty Baseball? It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Dirty Baseball. Ooh.
And we've got a 1st and 10, 21 seconds left in this half. It's going to hand off to Swift, and if you're not careful, you might end up getting into field goal range, but they're just running the clock anyway.
I don't understand.
They stopped the clock.
I think they're trying to say, no, he called that with 15 seconds left. They're going to get in field goal range and tie this up.
That's going to be embarrassing.
I mean, it's already an embarrassing game. Like, look at this. I don't like the be a change maker hoodies the NFL is doing. Yeah, DK, why are you pouting on the bench? Because you got in a little scuffle? Yeah, it does, Dirty Baseball. If the Seahawks win and the Cardinals win, then that game next week is for all the biscuits. All the biscuits.
And we got 2nd and 3 with 15 seconds left. And here is Caleb Williams looking to pass. And he's going to scramble, and he'll take the sack, and that's going to end the half. Dirty Baseball, doesn't matter. It actually does. If they win and Rams lose, we get at least a final game. That matters.
Yeah, otherwise you play that next weekend and you're not playing spoiler for anything. You're just playing. Well, we're on halftime. So here's the keys to the second half by me for the Seahawks. They need to come out. Gino needs to throw that ball.
Get rid of it fast.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of it fast. Seahawks need to at least put 2 touchdowns up. They need at least 17 points for me to feel like they're going to win this game. Keys for the Bears, since I'm not trying to be biased here at the moment. The Bears need to figure out the passing game, and they need to find Keenan Allen or DJ Moore for them to move the ball. Since they can obviously run, they just haven't figured out the pass. Seattle's run game's been good, but they can't pass. The other thing is defense. Seattle's got a strap down. I mean, they have not looked good at all. I mean, that last play, sure, they got a sack, but they just don't look good. And anyways, Rooftop, what's your keys for the rest of the game?
My key for the rest of the game, you want to know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Hey, you can tell Rooftop's a big Jason.
I know. They're talking about Hulu. Okay, could care. Less.
Beetlejuice, and...
What are the keys to the Mariners baseball season? Oh, I know. Spend freaking money. That's what it is.
Oh, not Mariners baseball. You wanted to talk about the keys for the Seahawks' future, I believe, is what you said.
Also that, the draft class for the quarterback isn't exactly ideal, unfortunately. And you don't like Arch Manning.
He's not good. Yeah, you just... If we're going to wait that long to where Arch is, you could arguably say there may be another college football quarterback.
Oh, he's still freshman, so he's not opting out anytime soon.
Well, I'm just telling you, man. Look at how many years he's got. Like, isn't it? We are...
And you don't think he's that good.
I don't think.
You think it's the nepotism?
Yeah, I think it's the nepotism. I also think because his name is Manning. That's the reason why he's hyped up as he is. Just like Shedeur Sanders. What exactly?
You know who was the definition of nepotism? Bronny James was the definition of nepotism.
Bronny James is...
Say it.
Garbage. Cheeks. Worst player I've seen in a long time.
He's sucking in the most easy era possible to score a freaking basketball.
No, he is. Dirty baseball, exactly, but if the Cardinals lose, we are done. Yeah, but I mean...
The Mariners should end their franchise.
We're talking about a final game dirty baseball, like as in a chance to get in the playoffs. And as far as the Mariners ending the franchise, I rag on them, I hate them, but I would hate to lose the team in Seattle for a second time. I love them. Regardless,
yeah, losing the Sonics was actually traumatizing.
The Seahawks need this offseason. They need to sign a line. We need an O line. and then we need to really question and look at what our long-term plan is for quarterback. Whether that's Sam Howell, and you need to get him ready, or you say screw it and hope that Geno doesn't completely crap the bed.
Well, the other problem is the cap space for the Seahawks isn't looking exactly ideal.
Oh, would not root for the Padres. I'd be a Giants fan.
Here, let me give you some kind of ounce of reality. The Seattle Seahawks are going to be negative $5 million over the cap. They're going to be $5 million over.
That's true.
The cap.
And on top of this, Paul Allen's wife is selling the team. So we'll see if Amazon buys it.
Paul Allen's sister. He's not married.
Is it his sister?
Jody Allen's the sister.
That's right. I couldn't remember.
Paul Allen never got married, unfortunately.
So Jody Allen's going to sell it more than likely to Amazon is what it's looking like.
I don't know about that. Another corporatism running BS. I don't know. Could Jeff? Do you think Jeff? Would you trust Jeff Bezos more than a John Stanton? Though is the question.
No, Jeff Bezos wouldn't give us crap.
Yeah, because Jeff Bezos is all eggs in on Amazon.
You just add it so that Lumen Field could be called Amazon Field.
Yeah, so it's not going to be any better.
No, it isn't about. I think the Seahawks got their one Super Bowl.
Yeah, which is why I miss Paul Allen so much.
Yeah, but I mean, if you really get into it, Paul Allen was not as nice of a guy as a lot of people thought.
What do you know? Neither was Steve Ballmer.
Just as, I mean, for him, it was all about money. It was all about sports. He didn't really care about, like, the aspect besides, like, his team. So, I mean, as a person, I wouldn't say he's a great guy. Now, as a franchise owner of sports, I think he did a pretty good job.
No, he did a great job. He loved the team.
Why he never tried to buy the Mariners? That would have been a massive help.
Steve Ballmer buying the Mariners would help, but he's not going to because he is tired of Seattle. He got screwed over twice. So why would he do business in Seattle?
He tried to buy the Sonics?
Yeah, he tried to buy he was helping to buy the Sacramento Kings, and he tried the Milwaukee Bucks. And don't forget, he tried to fix the stadium in 2008, and the state didn't even do anything with it. The city of Seattle did nothing.
They fixed Climate Pledge up for the Kraken.
Yeah, but it was too little too late for Steve Ballmer.
Yeah. No, Steve Ballmer got screwed by
Dirty baseball. I agree with the first half, but the second half, no. I am not ready.
Oh no, I'm not okay. Like Jackson Holiday is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. He is not worth that much.
They couldn't soak the taxpayers for more money. Oh, reflect the sun. I agree.
Sasaki is not going to be good. He is not going to be good.
Well, here's the thing, Reflect the Sun. If you really believe in that message, then you shouldn't support the Mariners anymore, who got majority tax dollars for
T-Mobile.
For T-Mobile Park. Paul Allen actually did a better job with the deal. The Mariners deal was a bad deal, so just based on that, then don't support the Mariners. And here's the thing. Hot take on this. I think sports stadiums, in terms of taxes, gets way over vilified. Do you know what's been more costly to taxpayers or whatever, us citizens? No, Kingdom got paid off. I think Kingdom got paid off.
Kingdom was not paid off. But that's not the point.
No, but the thing is, Reflect the Sun. I'm okay paying for sports stadiums. And look at Soto. The Soto Arena got screwed. The guy was going to pay for it himself, and they still told him to screw off and call him a corporate billionaire, blah, blah.
What I think is interesting, I don't know how much you know, but the Seahawks and Mariners Stadium, the way they're conjointed there, is the best that anyone's ever said during the All-Star game. MLB officials have all multiple times said how amazing it was to host there because of how much room they were able to work with. So honestly, it's a beautiful sports complex they got there in Seattle right now.
Which is why the Soto Arena should have worked, but there was just way too much politics going on that Chris Hansen could not handle. He was not prepared to handle the politics, which is why if I was Chris Hansen, I would have went to like a Bellevue because real estate was still cheaper-ish over there. Would have went to Bellevue, could have went to Kent, could have went to anywhere but Seattle. Seattle, you're dealing with all the political drama, so it wasn't really worth it.
I remember that 2018 game. Sorry, I was just watching the highlight of the Bears doink field goal against
Yeah,
Seattle.
Cody, was it Cody who?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, the Bears. If only for that season, if only their quarterback was anyone better than Mitch Trubisky, and they traded up to get him. They didn't have to trade up for him.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle dug themselves a hole. They needed to beat Green Bay or Minnesota, I believe. I really believe that hurt them. I think that hurt that game worse than anything else. Well, let me ask you this: since the Sonics are rumored to come back, do you think they're going to be good, or do you think it's going to be a couple of years before the Sonics figure out what they need to do?
I want them to do exactly what the Sixers did. Trust the process. I want to tank for 5 years.
You want to tank for 5 years?
I'm okay with that. I know fans are going to be like, oh, no, we should have never got it. After the first 2 seasons, if they suck, there's going to be so many stupid fans out there. They're going to say, oh, man, we should have not got the team. It was not even worth it. It was like, bro, it's been 2 years.
Oh, you're going to get first 10 games in, if they're not even remotely close, they're going to be like, sell the team.
It's still stupid. I just never understand Seattle fans very well.
Yeah, I don't.
And I will never forget when I was doing the whole Soto Arena thing, I was partially part of it. People on Twitter were making fun of me. They said the way I was speaking at political meetings was stupid. They said a lot of crummy, scummy things. And now here's the thing. These were losers that were smashing on their keyboards, complaining about the Sonics not being back, but they didn't do anything about it. Sure, I sounded quirky, but I did something about it. Most people don't do a thing about anything anymore. What about the Seahawks fans who are like, oh, well, Seahawks season ticket holders are selling off their tickets. Why don't you buy the tickets yourself? Beat the Packers fans to the punch. The Blue Jays games. Why aren't Mariner fans buying up the tickets? Beat the Blue Jay fans to the punch if you care that much. Oh, but it's too expensive. Well, you spend money on other crap like alcohol and other things you don't need, right?
That's just it. They don't care. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to.
But they only care to give themselves unnecessary attention.
It's true, and that's the problem.
That's what Seattle fans do. That's why I hardly associate with Seattle fans.
Yeah, Seattle fans are quite upsetting, actually.
They make us look really, really bad for almost no reason.
Yeah, I mean, not much to say about Seattle fans. They just don't care. I like these halftime breaks here for these games. They're kind of nice.
Yeah, Mariners games, you don't really get a break.
It just runs through. I'm going to run real quick and grab some water. I'll be right back.
Good thing I have water on me.
Lucky.
Also, a reminder to you all. Goal is $25 donation goal. So let's help me get there. Reflect the Sun was a big part of getting me half last time around. Let's do it again. And looks like we're about to start the second half. Quarterback comparisons, they were both about the same. Maybe second half will be a little bit different, but I don't know. The thing is, they're talking about morale for the end of the season, but I don't think winning a last game of the season changes any trajectory for the next season. I just don't think it does. And now here's Jason Myers with the kickoff. And that is going to be, he's going to bring it out, and he's going to go towards the 30, and he actually might lose yards. He lost 8 yards for not taking a knee.
Yeah, I'm surprised on the not taking the knee there. Interesting. And Orioles shopping him at all? Yeah, they are actually.
Reflect the Sun, the friend is at the game tonight. His daughter lives on Chicago. You know, the only spot that I would live in Chicago is where Kevin's house is from Home Alone, but the problem is their houses are like worth... 1st and 10. And now we got a fake handoff, and we got chasing the Caleb Williams, and he's going to run for it. And luckily, Witherspoon did not push him out, because if he did, unnecessary roughness. Honestly, I think Drew Bledsoe is partially the reason why there's an unnecessary roughness at the end zone or whatever. Or not the end zone, when he runs out of bounds. Remember, he almost got internal bleeding, and he almost died.
He did have internal bleeding. He punctured his lung and had 3 broken ribs.
Yeah, and that's why Drew Bledsoe was feeling dizzy. He's like, man, I think I should go to the hospital. So they rushed him to the hospital. That's scary. 2nd and 10. And now here's a handoff, and he gets nearly through. That is swift for about 8 yards. Now it's going to be a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, shall I say?
Yeah, DeAndre Swift is helping out the.
And with the amount of rain that's happening, I don't know if Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to get much, because when it rains, you usually just run the ball. I might actually lose the championship. I might lose this Super Bowl. Because Njigba was also carrying my team very well. And we got 3rd and 2. What can they do? And now we've got 23, and will not get it. And that's going to be 4th down. And I wonder if the Bears will still go for it, because what else did they got to lose at this point? They've lost 9 in a row. 4th and 1. And the fans are booing because they wanted them to go for it on 4th down. I think they do say that helmet's supposed to be better.
Yeah, it's a Guardian cap.
I'd wear it to protect my head.
I wouldn't. CTE is cool.
What? Look at Antonio Brown. Okay, do you think Antonio Brown was a CTE problem, or was it just a personality problem?
I think it's a personality problem and CTE.
You think CTE is just an excuse?
Yeah.
But he sure promotes it more than anything.
Well, he has to. What else does he have?
He has a president that he endorsed as his friend.
I don't think Trump's his friend.
What, more of a useful idiot?
I think he used him along with Dana White, Elon Musk. I think he used pretty much everyone to get back in there.
Definitely in Pennsylvania. He definitely used Le'Veon Bell. I mean, I think that may have been the edge, using Pittsburgh Steelers players. I think Pittsburgh was actually the reason why they won.
At least there. I mean, I think all the bottom, not to get into politics, I think the handling
got 1st and 10 at the 20, and it's going to be a fake handoff here. Smith's got some time, and here's the pass to Zach Charbonnet, and he catches it. That's going to be about 6 yards. We got 2nd down, 12 minutes left in the quarter, and looks like they're doing a hurry-up offense, and Smith's going to get the ball. Maybe he'll pass, and Jigba's to the right. Metcalf is not on the field right now. It looks like there's some movement going on. Bobo's on the slot on the right. I wonder what they're doing. I think it's going to be a run. Yep, it's going to be a run for Charbonnet. Very predictable offense that I've seen. And he might actually lose yards on that.
He did lose yards.
Dude, this could be the most boring Seahawks win ever.
If they win 6-3, I'm going to be very upset.
Me too, because if they won 6-3, they ain't winning anything against the Rams.
No.
And I'm going to be more upset because they couldn't get anything to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
There goes the Super Bowl.
Yep. And it'll be the biggest, most devastating Super Bowl loss ever. 3rd and 5. And now here's Smith looking to pass, and he's going to scramble, and he's going to run for his life, and he gets that first down, and more. He still runs and gets close to 50.
He should not have slid there. I think he could have outran him.
Yeah, but he just didn't want to risk fumble.
I remember when the playoffs used to go to week 17, so you'd have the people sitting out, and you'd get screwed over because half your starters sat out.
Yeah, I now end it at 17.
Yeah,
because because it's not fair to those who are still competing. They think they could have taken it to the house too. Got a 1st and 10, ball on the 40, and he's going to hand it off to Charbonnet. And I think you got to stop running the ball.
Yeah, I think they need to start throwing it. Like I said,
start throwing, be more aggressive. These play calls aren't good. That's kind of ironic. Ryan Grubb, for a guy that is all about air raid offense, he sure doesn't do it. And I don't like Ryan Grubb. I never trusted him. Never trust a Husky. Huskies got lucky last season. Yeah, they did. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 42. And now we've got a toss. I don't like this play. This is going to be a disaster. And I don't care if Zach Charbonnet got decent yards. It's still not worth it.
The toss play?
No. Just pass. Give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Ryan Poles looking pretty pissed off.
Meh. Could be worse. It could be the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I honestly don't think... I think being the Bears is better than being a Browns fan. Like, being a Browns fan, I think I'd actually be depressed.
3rd and 3. They don't deserve the victim card anymore, as they used to.
No.
3rd and 3, and here's Smith looking to... And he gets overwhelmed. He's scrambling.
Oh,
no!
The
damn ball!
Oh, no.
And they lose the ball.
The Bears have got it. No, maybe Seattle has a bet. No,
Seattle has it.
I think the Bears.
Geno Smith is a freaking idiot.
I don't know why he even went to throw this.
No, he should have scrambled or something. Or he held the ball too long.
They're lucky the Seahawks dove right on top of that.
This is frustrating to watch.
That's awful.
And they're forced to punt.
I think the Bears are going to win this.
I think so too. And I only got 1.7 points out of Jackson Smith and Jigba. This is all I can say.
Yeah.
This is okay. Let's analyze that. Do you think that's on bad offensive line, or do you think that was just Geno holding the ball too long?
He had the ball for a long time. The line broke down. He stepped up, and he didn't fire that ball quick. He loaded for way too long. At that point, he should have taken off running because he knows the line's going to break down. That was not great.
Okay, here's my thing on UW. Can we agree that the Pac-12 had a down year? It was just Oregon. Even Oregon, for their level, had a down year.
When? Last year?
Yes.
No, last year the Pac-12 was amazing.
So I'm just a hater of UW. I am a hater. I went to that school and I hated it.
Let me say something though here, since I think Reflect Sun's a little bit wrong. No, Michael Penix Jr. was like a 6-year senior or whatever last year, 5th year. They had an amazing team. I don't think DeBoer is a good coach. I think that showed this year in Alabama. Don't know enough about Grubb to be hating like Rooftop. but I would. UW should have lost to Texas. They got lucky in that and went to the Natty and then got steamrolled because Michigan was legit. I think it was not luck that they got there. I think the Pac-12 was great. I think UW had a great season. But I'm not going to say Rooftop's way farther off, though, because I do think that there's some issues that were overlooked because, again, it's UW.
No, I actually do have a vendetta, but there's a school that I actually have a bigger vendetta than UW. It's actually Seattle University. I have bigger problems with that school than UW. I also went to that school for 2 months. It was a horrible experience.
Reflect the Sun, since I'm going to respond to this since I saw that. What was the final score, and how come the final play came down to a throw that he made that Texas... Any other time, that ball would have been swatted. It would have missed. It was the luckiest play UW's defense ever had. That is missed by any corner 9 out of 10 times. UW wins it. And DeBoer is a bum. He lost to Vanderbilt with Alabama. A team handed the keys.
And we are, hate to say this, we are back from the break. We got a 1st and 10. And we've got a handoff to Swift, and he is getting at least 2 yards on that.
Yeah, they were 4 and 8 because I can't think of his name right now.
Chris Peterson.
No, it was after Peterson. He was not the coach then. It was oh goodness. He should have been anyways, this dude should have been fired. He took the team and he trashed them. That's all.
Do you know, my thing is, UW, the reason they left Pac-12, in my opinion, and 2nd and 6, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And here is going to be a fake handoff. Here's Caleb Williams, got all day to pass, but he's got to scramble out of the pocket, goes into the 30 and the 35.
That's a great run by Caleb Williams.
My thing is, I think it was UW's insatiable greed on nuking the Pac-12. They wanted to just be as cool as the Oregon Ducks, and now they got their karma because now they're a joke of a football team, and they 100% deserve it. And I'm not saying this just because I went to UW and hated every bit of it. Actually, I am.
Are you?
I am. I hated UW. But but I just shouldn't have went to college, that's all.
But what degree did you get out of it?
I don't want to talk about it yet. Give me a few moments. And I have a perfect reaction to myself, and here it is. I did communications and economics. You just had to do that.
That's an interesting degree.
Yeah, it's not a degree. Like any of my relatives that tell me they're going to do communications economics, I will fight to make sure that they don't do it.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd tell them to just go to a trade school or just get into sales, a lame sales job. You'll get more communications out of that. It wasn't basket weaving.
If Rooftop did basket weaving, I would not be on this show right now.
No, 2nd and 11. And now here's a throw, and that's going to be caught. I think if I did basket weaving, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel because I wouldn't have had that mindset.
So what made you start the YouTube channel?
I wanted to do it since I read this book called Shipwrecked. Back in 2014, I read this book talking about the disasters of the Seattle Mariners, so I wanted to do a YouTube channel talking about their futilities, but I was always camera shy. So I was camera shy for about 8 years. I had 8 years of like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I finally did it. And I think I did it too late. And now we've got Caleb Williams getting overwhelmed and he's going to take the sack. And here is my reaction for their stoppings. But it doesn't matter. If the Seahawks don't take care of business on offense, this doesn't matter at all. So I'm not going to be any of a praise for it. But man, basket weaving. Think about people that go to Harvard Take out all that money.
I went to Wazoo to get my construction management degree and architecture minor. So
I think you did good with that.
It's paid off, yes.
Yeah. I think Wazoo as a school is very underrated. I think they do a better...
It's horrible.
You think it's horrible?
I went there. I partied there. I did a lot of things. If you've ever been to Pullman is an interesting place to be. I mean, a lot of people say they love it. But if you really get down to it, all Wazoo is if you're not there and you're not most people major in business, which is, as you know, could be a joke degree, and they get drunk on the weekends and party. And every athlete does, everyone party. I mean, it's just one big party show. And to me, that's not what I think college is supposed to be. I think that you should party a little bit, but you should also be able to get good grades in school. Like, I mean, for my example, our construction management, we did projects at the end, and you'd have a group project, and half the kids wouldn't be able to do it because, they're still drunk and hungover from the weekend. So one person would be stuck doing project-based learning, and it's just awful.
All I can say is about college, I think the parties are overrated. I have been to one college party, and I was like, nah.
Rooftop,
I'm not really...
The partier? I don't see it.
I am not a partier. Look at me. While everyone else on Christmas break or whatever, or PTO, everyone's probably out going out doing things. Look at me. I am talking about the Seahawks with you in my house. And my social plans is actually delivering pizzas on weekends. That's my socializing. I am not softball. A social butter, and I do softball. So when it comes to socialization, I'm very selective.
I can agree with that. I understand it.
I don't need to go out and party, get drunk just to feel cool. No, and plus, I would not want to be a part with that kind of crowd. It sounds like a bad influencing.
There definitely is no Catholic Mass.
What?
I say it's definitely not going to Catholic Mass. I'll say that much.
I go every Sunday.
No, I know. I said partying is definitely not the same as going to Catholic Mass.
No, not even close. And the people that you network with are way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look what Reflect the Sun said. Save your brain and your liver cells. I don't want to make the same mistakes my grandfather made. Now, I'm not doing any better because when it's Christmas time, I eat a ton of sugar. I have a soda addiction problem sometimes. So it's not like I'm not doing any better, but it's not as accelerated bad as alcohol. Alcohol's like, woo!
I should really release my, since I have my new Twitter, I should really release my new name. I just realized I keep putting my actual name up on your streams.
Yeah, I guess you do. And here's a 1st and 10 on the 35. Geno Smith under center. He's moving Jackson Smith and Jigba. And here is going to be a pass. And he's holding. And here is a big pass. And that's going to be incomplete. That looked like an awful pass to begin with. Geno Smith is looking like absolute garbage.
He is garbage.
But no, I'm really excited for Christmas season to be over because the amount of free cookies and free sweets and crap I got, oh my god, it was excessive, and I got to get back to working out real soon, which as if I already do. 2nd and 10, and here's a handoff to McIntosh, and this Seahawks offense is just being as predictable and boring and not aggressive as it gets. This is an absolute crap show that I'm seeing right now. And we're looking at already a 3rd down and 8. And I need Jackson Smith and Jigba. You know what's crazy? If I lose this championship and I lose because of Jackson Smith and Jigba's lack of activity, I'm blaming everything on Geno Smith, and my hate on him is going to be tripled. 3rd and 7. Ball on the 38. And now here is 3:50 left in this quarter. Nothing much has happened. Clock has been going super fast. Here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. And now here's a pass. And that's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he is still running. And he gets it. Oh, and the ball is out. The ball is out, but they called it down. Runner was down by contact. And Jackson Smith and Jigba should at least get me like 2 points on that. Barely hits the knee. That was a beautiful route by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Actually use him for once. And he barely caught that. That should have been picked off. As we're looking at a 1st and 10. Ball on like the 33 or 43. Here is going to be a flag. It's going to be a holding called, as you know it.
Yeah, that was right up out there.
That got me. Now it gives me at 4.6 points.
That's a big win.
I think it's Anthony Bradford. No, it's not Anthony Bradford. That's somebody else.
Let's see what I have. What do you think
Lucas.
I have, Rooftop?
I don't know.
I have a whopping 3.7.
I have a whopping 6.7.
After last week's 33.1.
And the crazy thing is, too, is I'm trying to get my fantasy competitor to join me for a live show on Monday Night Football, because that's when I have Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. 1st and 15. Ball on the 48. Here's Smith. Why are you handing it off on a 1st and 15? Didn't like that play one bit. But that's going to be about a 2nd, and I think about a 8.
You should have your fantasy person on here. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see me meltdown. He'll laugh at me, and I have to painfully congratulate him.
And then hand him. How much was your buy-in?
Buy-in was $50 each. He's going to get $400. He'll get that Venmo'd. 2nd and 9. So they kind of made up for the penalty, but not really saying much. And now here is Smith looking to pass. Here is the pass number 86, and he doesn't really get much. It's going to be about a 2nd and I think a 6. Reflect the Sun. I know that I'm like in the finals, but I'd rather finish 3rd or 4th. Could it be a touchdown?
I think it is.
Let's see what it is.
Yep.
That's out. Ball's out. And that could be a touchdown 6. That could be a fumble 6 right there. Yep, that's a touchdown for the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
You know why the Seahawks are losing?
Oh, goodness. Tyler Lockett's about to get ejected.
I mean, his knee was not down, so I can't really blame the ref for making the right call. How about Seahawks? You quit your whining and complaining and just accept that Brown is a bum?
He's on top of another player. No body part is touching. Now, he always touched. I think he's actually down there. I think he was touched. He's touched right. Yeah. I think that this is going to come back, but still. Okay, so still, but the point is the Bears do get the ball.
Yep, Chicago fans aren't happy about that.
It's fine. It means more points for me fantasy-wise.
Honestly, I was okay with it being a touchdown. Very confusing play that was.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure what just happened. So, Gordon strips the ball clearly. He goes down. He has possession. He gets touched.
He was already down by contact anyway.
Yeah.
I wanted a touchdown so Geno Smith can get the ball back quicker and throw it to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Rooftop's pushing that JSN connection.
I really am, because look at me. He only got me 4 points.
You're telling me, man. I need Keenan Allen to step up. I didn't get as many points from my kicker as I normally get.
Russell Wilson would have got me at least 17 points.
I'm really hoping that J.K. Dobbins actually does play, because that's like 20 points extra I can do. And my competitor has Jalen Hurts starting, and Jalen Hurts has been ruled out.
Yeah. Eagles are a streaky team. They usually have a good start and then they just end badly.
Fly, Eagles, fly on to victory.
Remember this? Remember this? The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Facts.
Remember that? Now,
So you've got 5 players listed as questionable. I might just win because half of his team just doesn't play on Sunday.
I forgot what that guy's name was who said the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember him either.
He's kind of forgettable for a reason.
That's sad, though. Do we really want him to be forgettable?
I'm going to look it up.
Fly, Eagles, fly on to victory.
John Fetterman, senator in Pennsylvania.
Yes, that dude. Oh, goodness. Fetterman's questionable mentally. I need the M's to re-sign. Sorry, Reflect the Sun. Irony's gone. I know this is going to be – I know it's hard. I really know. I maybe you have a crush on him. I think he's single. I don't know, Reflect the Sun, but you're welcome to find out. Then you can see him every day.
I have a friend named Shauna who has a huge crush on Cade Marlowe. I'm like, well, go get him.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing else but losing us games.
Roger Goodell is in attendance of this game.
That's disgusting.
Well, Roger Goodell, you have to admit that he's a lot better than Adam Silver as a commissioner, which is not saying much at all. Roger Goodell at least keeps it together in some ways. And now here's a pass, and that's going to be complete to Keenan Allen, which you needed.
I actually think Rob Manfred is garbage, too.
Manfred's bad. Adam Silver, I think, is the worst. He's so bad, I forgave David Stern for taking the Sonics away.
I don't know if I'd say he's the worst. I think Manfred's the worst. He's ruined the game of baseball.
Yeah, it's true. And we've got a read option going on, and going to be about a 3rd and a 3. Yeah. Remember that golden bat rule? I thought was going to be the stupidest thing ever.
Dude, it's going to be more than a stupid thing. What they have basically just said is it doesn't matter how bad your team is, you can put your best player up in the 9th. And to me, that's like great. So you're going to just be able to stack it. You can put your leadoff hitter again at the start or whoever your best hitter is, and you're automatically going to get on base.
3rd and 1, which takes away every bit of strategy in the game. Well, and now here is Williams looking to pass. Here is the pass, and that's going to be complete to Keenan Allen. He's giving it to you.
I'm loving this Keenan Allen stuff. How about we keep it up there, boys?
How about we get the ball back and give it to JSN?
I think let's see, I got 22 yards. So if you could hit me a 40-yard touchdown in air, I'll take it. That's like 18 points, and I can go to bed happy.
1st and 10.
Oh, there's a blitz.
And now here is a blitz, and Williams goes down with the sack.
Williams has been getting rough.
I have a very dark confession. So I was in the quarterfinals in fantasy football. I had Aaron Rodgers against the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I was a Packers fan for that day. When I said it on Facebook, literally not only people railed on me, but like 3 people blocked me. And I had one friend defending me going, guys, calm down. It's just a stupid game of football. I was literally saying, go Pack, go, beat the Seahawks because I need Aaron Rodgers to score me points. And he actually did.
Who won that? Seahawks?
Oh no, because it was in Lambeau.
When was that?
2016.
Yeah.
That game was so forgettably bad.
The Lamberonis.
Seahawks have still yet to win a game in Lambeau Field since 1999.
Is that true?
Yep.
Matt Hasselbeck never won in Lambeau?
Nope. John Kitna did.
Stop.
Yes, it was John freaking Kitna.
Against Brett Favre?
Against Brett Favre, and the Seahawks won that game, and that was on Mike Holmgren's first season as a coach. Hey, look, the guy who should have been Professor Snape. Isn't Adam Driver like the perfect professor? Not the perfect Professor Snape, but he would do a pretty dang good job replacing.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't beat the original Professor Snape. Like he's unbeatable. Adam Driver could have been Professor Snape.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Professor Snape is actually my favorite character of all of Harry Potter.
Why?
Because, Mr. Potter, you show your incompetence being in Gryffindor. There's a reason why you'll never be Slytherin. Ever. 5 points from Gryffindor.
Man, you really do love that, don't you?
I feel bad for him. He lost to James Potter, who I think actually was a piece of you-know-what.
Mm-hmm. Snoop Dogg and an ad.
The next episode.
We've really taken a dive on this broadcast because of how boring the game's gotten.
Smoke weed every day. That was like vintage 2003, 2004. That's when I think that was actually primetime music back then. Yeah. Everything had a good balance back then. And now music, and I think the last dance of good music was 2016 when you had Adele, Flo Rida had a good run. I think even Coldplay had something. And then what happened after that? Adele blows out her voice. And then she writes very depressing songs after that. It's like so depressing you couldn't even listen to it. Like, it was forgettable.
That's how it goes.
And then basically your leaders in music is Cardi B and who's the other guy who did? See, I can't remember these musics. 2nd and 24.
All right, find my boy Keenan. Oh, he's got him.
Now here is a big pass, and that's going to be batted down for a 3rd down and 24.
Hold up. Hey.
Now who's the one that goes, ooh, I'm so I forgot that song already. See, that's how bad music is.
How it goes.
And we're going at a 3rd and 24. I don't know. I don't know if they are going to convert. And here it is. And here's the pass. And that's going to be caught by DJ Moore, but he ain't going to do much. It was Blinding Lights by Weeknd. And I don't like Weeknd that much. I think Weeknd's overrated. I think Drake is overrated. I think all the music today suck. The fact that K-pop is taking over American music is sad. That's how bad American music is. And I know a lot of Americans complain like, why are we liking Korean music? Because American music suck?
Do you like K-pop RoofTopSports?
No, I don't even like K-pop. I only like maybe 2 songs. But other than that, K-pop is just not for me. And I'm Korean.
Dang, they really got that in that field position and still didn't score?
Didn't do anything with it. That's embarrassing. And they nearly blocked the punt. And they're going to fair catch. It's going to go to the 12. So, yeah. You think Manfred's worse than Adam Silver, huh?
For sure. I think Adam Silver's bad, but I think Rob Manfred really just... He doesn't care about the game.
And he's a prick about Pete Rose still.
Manfred, after Rose died, he should have immediately said no, he's going in the hall.
Yeah, but people would still be upset about it, because then he would get the whole, well, he only gave it to him because he died.
So?
I'm saying that he wouldn't have won either way.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there is a win in that. I don't think you can win in that. I think he made his bed.
No, Pete Rose?
No, Rob Manfred, when he had the chance multiple times to reinstate him.
And he probably has no regrets on that, too.
Well, it's just crazy how the Cubs are willing to move forward with Sammy Sosa after everything Sammy's done. And Pete Rose tried to do everything to come back, and they wouldn't.
David Ortiz took steroids and was tested positive. They only liked him because he
No,
broke
no,
a
no,
curse.
no, no. Reflect the Sun. Otani for sure was cheating and betting on baseball, but Ippei took a massive L and covered
His
for him.
interpreter took the fall for him. Very tragic.
No, I think Otani knew you don't move that kind of money without knowing. I don't care what people say.
It's pretty shocking. Now they're talking about all these electric cars. You know, we don't have the infrastructure for electric cars right now.
No, baseball is not really about truth. It's never been about truth.
And when you say something is about truth, you get silenced. I heard there was a deal in place for Pete Rose to be reinstated, but then he tried to sue the league, so that kind of didn't help either.
Who cares?
And Bud Selig took that to heart.
Bud Selig was a bum.
Yeah, but the fact that we have to say Bud Selig is actually better than Robert Manfred says a lot.
Yeah, it does. Well, it don't matter because the Seahawks ain't going to win this one, folks.
Nope. They ain't winning squattity poo.
I promise you right now, that final drive, Keenan Allen, 50-yard touchdown. Game over.
No, I think it's going to be at the goal line.
Keenan Allen, 1-yard touchdown. Game over.
1st and 10. Ball on the 14. I really wish I was at the pizza job instead, because my boss called me to see if I could make it, but nope. And we've got a handoff to McIntosh or Charbonnet. Only gets 1 yard. I'm telling you, freaking pass!
They're going to give Chicago the ball back with about 5 minutes.
Reflect the Sun, what are you talking about? This game is absolutely garbage.
Hey, but we're
This
having
is
fun.
this is like the 3rd straight garbage game I've seen. The Vikings game was actually okay now to think of it. And now we're looking at 2nd and 9. What's FSD? Spell that out for me.
Electric cars.
I know, but what's FSD? And now here's Geno Smith looking to pass, already overwhelmed, and caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he doesn't get the first down. But he does get me a point. Oh, full self-driving cars. Got it. Not ready for that yet, but it may come eventually. It should replace transit, in my opinion. You got 3rd and 3.
Whoa.
Hold on. Don't spoil it, man. Don't spoil it.
I was referring to self-driving cars. Whoa.
No, 3rd and 3. And the time is really being wasted-ish. 10 seconds left. Smith is just audibling it out so freaking much. Give it to JSN at least. And here is a handoff to Charbonnet. And wow, after all of that, and that's going to be a 4th down, and they have to punt again.
I disagree on you with replacing transit with self-driving cars.
Well, I only would say that because I'm very anti-Sound Transit of Washington. Because
Why don't
they,
you like it?
ST3, jacked up all of our car tab prices.
Yeah.
And I know some employees that say they go on vacation every single month, once a month. So they get paid very well. And all of our money is going towards that.
Fake punt right here. Next, John Ryan.
No. They ain't doing it. And that was nearly blocked, by the way. And that is going to be a return, and that was a slippage, and they are not tackling, and that goes to the 38. Now see, all the Ryan Grubb haters who wanted him to run it more, why didn't he pass it? Because I don't think Ryan Grubb's a good offensive coordinator anyway. He deserves the double standard fans. He deserves that kind of comments because he's just not good at his job. He should stay in UW and should have been the head coach.
He was never going to get the head coach job.
And I don't even like UW anyway. Man, all these Superman things, all this IP that they're doing, they're just abusing it to like the bones. They're out of ideas at this point. Not only are they out of ideas, but it's just a lazy writing. They're not innovating.
Devontae's Taco Bell.
I need Taco Bell. I hope he gets a huge stomach bug for that. Wait, I've already gotten a stomach bug, so I don't want that karma. Kind of knocked me out for a couple weeks.
You didn't want to work tonight, eh?
No, but I regret it. Now I wish I did. It's watching a garbage football game. Yep, Reflect the Sun, you are correct about that. And you know who I thought was the worst offensive coordinator? I thought it was Darrell Bevell.
Darrell Bevell.
Darrell Bevell was garbage. He was carried by good players.
He was carried, yes.
If Darrell Bevell did this, if he had the same exact team, he'd be even worse.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I never thought Ryan Grubb was a good hire anyway. I don't want someone like that. And Ryan Grubb is letting me down because they're not passing enough.
Keep blaming the new kid. Reflect the Sun. You should join this pot. You should join this show
I think so, maybe.
sometime after. I want to meet this Sam Haggerty fan.
Just to think that Leonard Williams playing well against double teams is the highlight of this game.
This is awful.
What is that little noise you got there?
Noise?
I hear noises. Blah, 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 blah. It's like some popping noises. And now we got 1st and 10. Leonard Williams is not even on the field right now, which is kind of disappointing. Wonder if they're just giving him a breather. This game is absolutely trash. 1st and 10. And now here, oh no, Swift with a big run, and that's going to be at least 8 yards. Do you lose a lots of followers with my ugly mug? No.
Your ugly what?
Mug.
Like mug as in shot?
I guess so. Leonard Williams had a pick 6. We got a 2nd and 2. It's going to be a handoff. That's going to be a 1st down.
DeAndre Swift's a good back.
Do you think Seahawks should get a new running back for next season? Because I don't think it's because Kenneth Walker is out for the season. I think his body is done. Who knows what they're gonna get? It just depends on the direction they're gonna take.
Charbonnet is gonna be the future back for this team.
You think so, huh? I don't know.
There's no way he did not get a 1st down. Right?
That is bull. We got 3rd and inches, and you better do like a huge blitz or something. I don't know.
Throws it over the top.
And now here is going to be a handoff, quick handoff, and he gets a 1st down. This game is hopeless.
Oh, look at this little Super Bowl. Woo! The James Harrison pick. This was insanity.
Yeah. Kurt Warner, why did you do that?
I wanted the Cardinals to win so bad.
I mean, everyone did. James Harrison had a huge longevity of a career.
Well, Larry Fitzgerald messed that up. Why he slid tackled him to this day, I'll never know.
Antonio Holmes.
Keenan.
We got 1st and 10. They're getting close to the territory of the Seahawks. And here's Swift again, and he's going to get at least 2 yards.
Can we throw to Keenan Allen, please? I need at least 10 points from Keenan. Tremont.
Second and 8. And it's going to be 9 minutes left in this game. Time is running out for the Seahawks. Not really so much for the Bears. And we got a blitz a little bit of action, and he just throws it. No, he threw it away pretty much. It's going to be a 3rd and 8.
Caleb Williams, this is a disaster. This game might go to overtime because of how bad it is.
Yeah, what if this game ends in a tie? That'd be hilariously bad.
They have to play it out.
Do you think ties should be banned? Do you think they should get rid of ties?
Yes.
I do too. I think ties in football make no sense. Third and
my boy
8.
Keenan. He'll give you 80.
Well, no, he'll give you 50. And they almost jumped it, but looks like they're going for a blitz.
It's going to Keenan. You got him. 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 You got him.
And he's sacked. And Reflect the Sun makes it $5. Thank you very much. 5 out of $25. Let's keep making it happening. Hey, Reflect the Sun, do you still check out Northwest Sports Fanatics? Let me know if you do. Feels like watching the Mariners versus White Sox. That's kind of... We need Chad. I want Chad back here. So he can say, Super Bowl, baby!
Chad was hilarious.
We need more Chad. That's why I want to open up callers so I can get some hilarious stuff. Maybe someone will say, hey, you know, your show is garbage. I would rather watch Raise the Trident. Yeah, I know. You do support Northwest Sports Fanatics. Orion, yep. He grinded for 10 years. Almost 11 years now, and that's going to be close to 12. He's been doing this YouTube thing for almost for over a decade, and now it's his full-time job. And this is all he does.
I mean, if you make enough money off of it, you probably can.
He does. He makes money mostly off donations.
He makes that much per game?
Yeah, I've seen him get $100 to $300 in a game. Yeah.
That isn't but his income for the year has to be more than that.
Yeah, let's say if he did... Where's my phone? I follow that YouTube channel, by the way. So let's say he makes $200. 73,000 if he did $200 a day.
That's doable.
Hey, I would love to make 50,000 just for doing this. That'd be fun.
I don't think we're there yet.
No, not even close. And you haven't even got off the ground.
Facts.
You got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yeah, I know I do. I don't expect success.
Me neither. I didn't really expect much either. I just expected this to be a toy or basically a replacement of playing video games.
Yeah, I mean, I just do this because I enjoy it. And then you and Silver are fun to talk with sports.
I know. There's not really anyone to talk to with about Seattle sports in the community, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All the guys like Jay Trident Podcast, the guy Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else are kind of like, nah, my style's different. You're not my style. It's like,
but that shouldn't be the way it is. I mean, if everyone wanted channels to grow, you got to make sure everyone works together to grow everyone's channel.
I know, like Jay Trident Podcast, we grew at each other pretty well.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah.
Yes, for Reflect the Sun, you are there. You and Sam Haggerty.
Hey, the Kevin house. That house is still pending contract.
You should buy that.
Yeah, it's like $6 million.
You got that, right?
No.
In the back closet, in the briefcase. No. Yep, you and Sam Haggerty are supporting this.
That house is still on the market.
Bears.
The Bears. Let me see if it's still on market.
Rest in peace, Mike Ditka.
Yeah, pretty much. What? He's dead?
You didn't know that?
I gotta look it up. 1st and 10. Oh, we got a jump. Either a false start or encroachment.
Oh, maybe he is still. I thought he died. I thought for sure.
No charge on infraction. Nope, he's still alive.
I thought for sure they had said he passed away earlier.
He's 85 years old.
That's right. I thought for sure they had said he passed away for some reason.
The Chicago House, 671 Lincoln Avenue. Not even in Chicago. It's in a neighborhood. We got 1st and 5. And we've got a fake handoff. Here's Geno Smith. Here is a big pass, and that's gonna be caught by Metcalf. Maybe he hits the ground. He did get it. So the house of Kevin is worth is listed at $5.2 million, but it's on a pending contract. I don't know when they're going to close.
Heck of a catch there by DK Metcalf.
Russell Wilson's house took forever to close.
Because no one wants to buy Russell Wilson's house.
But someone did buy it.
I know where Richard Sherman lived in Seattle.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We're looking at 1st and 10.
Those sticky gloves help a lot.
And here is a toss to Zach Charbonnet. And I think they really got to throw. They're just, I know I'm good with like running the ball, but they're just doing it too much.
I think DK is hurt.
Yeah, well, I need the ball to go to Jackson Smith in Jigba.
JRN.
And looks like they are getting close to the red. Nope, they're not. They're still in their own territory.
They're close. Really close.
Ish, not really.
This is the worst
offensive performance I've seen, yes.
Yeah, in a long time.
And it's the Packers game. And he's a fake handoff, and he is going to throw it, and that's going to be caught by Noah Fant.
They should have just let that go. That was not worth catching that ball.
No. Well, he caught it, and it's not a first down, but it's a gain of yards.
Yeah, 3.
Come on, Seahawks. Get the touchdown with JSN for 12s and Rooftops fantasy points. I agree.
I would like it if the Seahawks could either score or miss the ball. So my boy can go down the field and hit Keenan Allen with that last touch.
3rd and 6. This is going to be a very critical play for the Seahawks. They've got to convert, or they're going to give the Bears an opportunity for the game-winning drive. 3rd and 6. This could be the season, I must say. Now here's Smith looking to pass. He's got time, and now he's going to throw it to Zach Charbonnet, and he's got not much room, and I thought that was a horribly designed play. You got to throw it downfield on that.
That's a big 4th.
That was a horrible play call by Ryan Grubb. And I'm going to say it.
Yep.
Ryan Grubb. Go back to UW.
That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
This is why I don't like the Huskies, because it creates idiots like Ryan Grubb. I did not like that play call. Why don't you give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Rooftops play call all day long. JSN. Triple coverage, throw it up in there. The whole Bears defense.
And another punt.
Throw it to JSN.
Oh, looks like someone's flipped. And they did a fair catch at the 12. And the Bears are going to have all this time left to do a game-winning drive. And
I do like it. That would be a good play call. Throw it to JSN. That would work.
And I'm going to play a commercial. I got to go to the bathroom.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Welcome back, audience. So here's a fun one. What do you guys think of the NFL commercials in this day and age? Do you think they've gotten worse, reflect the sun, or do you think they're better? And Rooftop's back. So yeah, you're saying worse. I think they're worse for sure.
Ryan Grubb should go back to UW.
I don't think they want him back.
You know, it's weird. There's people on Twitter that show up on my feeds, and I'm not even following them.
That's how it goes.
Well, I guess that's how people get optimized, I guess.
That's what they want. If you could live anywhere in the United States, where would you live, Rooftop?
South America.
Why South America?
Depends where you go. Good authentic food. I just heard you just have to watch your back all the time, and you should probably live in a gated area.
Yeah, it's interesting, but South America is a good choice. I think
Depends
I
where
would
you
go
go,
to Europe and buy a castle and live.
Europe, hey,
Farming.
Europe, there. Overrated.
Yeah, but I kind of want a castle.
Yeah, it's crazy to think all the old architecture is considered like better architecture than it is now. 1st and 10, ball on their own 11, and I think if the Seahawks get the ball back somehow without the Bears scoring, and actually I'm cheering for the Bears to score on this drive because that will incentivize to give the ball to JSN.
That's a great first play there by the Bears.
Caleb Williams.
I wonder what his fantasy points were this week.
And just be aware, after this game, we're going to do a quick post-game show because I need a post-game video to put out on reacting to this game. We got 2nd and 3, ball on the something, and then we've got Swift, and he's going to get the ball. He's going to drive it through, and he's still not down. Let's go down up to the 30.
Caleb Williams and Gino has 11.4. Caleb Williams has 9.48. Not a great week. Run that football, boys.
Who would have thought that we'd just be watching punt football? And now here's Caleb Williams as he escapes from the pocket. He's going to run, and he's going to get another. No, not first down. Oh, that could be a flag. No flag.
The tight end's lucky he didn't lose his knee.
Yeah, you're very lucky. What is that noise? I'm hearing it all the time. I
really don't know what you're hearing.
I hear a lot of clicking sound. The reflected sun, you might hear that too.
I'm trying to think of what it could possibly
Something,
be.
you're shuffling your hands with something?
Oh, no.
Or I think it's maybe your AirPods.
Yeah, let me.
And then we've got a pass to Keenan Allen. At least he gave you something. He gave you a point if you do PPR.
We do not do PPR.
Ooh. We got 3rd down and 2.
Well,
Jackson Smith and Jigba has been extremely disappointing. But I blame that on Geno Smith and Ryan Grubb. Horrible play calling.
it is on Gino. Gino.
3rd and 2. This is probably the game for the Bears, and I would think they're going to go for it on 4th down. Actually, they won't because they have timeouts. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Man in motion, and they're just burning time. And he finally gets it off in time. And now, nope, it's going to.
He got it.
No, I don't think he got it.
He got.
But I think either
that's
way,
an
they're going to go
awful
for
spot. That is an awful spot. I think he had gotten that.
Nope.
That's awful. That's an awful spot.
They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Come on here. Come on, boys. Get over there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keenan Allen will be wide open. Guaranteed.
Got 4th and inches. I wonder how they're going to do this. Witherspoon's kind of on the spy. Got some men on the right.
Timeout.
Seattle now calls a timeout.
They're scared.
They want to reset. Man, if the Seahawks win 6-3, it's like there's no way they're gonna beat the Rams.
That pass to Keenan Allen was their problem. They should have ran him in instead of a screen pass. Oh, it was tipped. That's what. Actually, if Odunze actually knew how to block.
I'm
Well,
gonna title this I might title this video Seahawks win ugly.
if they win ugly, yes.
Yeah, they win ugly. 4th and inches. And I think they might I think I sense a quarterback sneak maybe on this. I don't know. Or they're just gonna hand the ball over. And you just never know what you're gonna get. Calling an audible. I think they're gonna jump this one.
Oh, they jumped!
false start.
What?
And I think they may have to punt.
They got to go for it.
I think they're going to punt because they have 3 timeouts, though.
Oh, dude, that was Seahawks jumping. I don't see a move. I still don't. That is not a move. That's not a move.
That was bull. I'm surprised they didn't argue.
They can't punt. They can't do it. This is
They're punting. They're punting.
Bad move.
It's kind of like, what do you have to lose, right?
Nothing, but
maybe a fake? Oh, what do we got here?
Timeout. What?
Whoa, Chicago just burned a timeout. I don't know about this.
They're going for it. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah. Bring him back out on the field. Ain't no way you're punting. You ain't getting the ball
So
back.
they wasted a timeout for nothing.
Yes.
Well, you know that if they fail to convert, then very likely this game is over.
Well, this guy's fired at the end of the season anyways. Why is she booing?
Brown paper bags for Bears. I want paper bags as a Seahawks fan.
Come on,
And
Bears.
I definitely want a paper bag for Washington State in general.
Duh, Bears.
4th and 5.
Please convert. Please. Oh, you got Keenan uncovered.
Keenan doesn't really look to be covered, not at all. And now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. This could be it for the game. Now here is the pass, and that's going to be caught. That is caught by DJ Moore.
What a catch.
Very shocking.
Sold.
I think that's on Tariq Woolen. He was out of his assignment.
He's sold. Look at this blitz. They sent the whole team, and he threw this out. He was not trying to throw that to him. He was just throwing it up. That is a great play, an amazing effort. That's an effort play right there.
But it's also on Tariq Woolen for not paying attention.
That saved the Bears game right there.
And we're looking at 1st and 10. At this point, I'm okay. I don't know. They're going to take all their time. You know that.
Oh, they got...
Oh, the ball drops, and he's going to take the sack, I think. Yeah, he's going to take a sack.
Oh, I was way after the play. Where's the flag? Where's the flag?
That should be a flag right there. Where's that?
Caleb Williams getting abused. Did you watch any of the state high school football championships for Washington State?
Nope, who won?
O'Day got their...
O'Day, of course they did.
O'Day got a win. Actually, no, they beat Bellevue, surprising enough.
How's Skyline? Did they even get anywhere?
No, they didn't even get anywhere. And then Sumner won the 4A championship. And then actually Royal Washington won their 8th straight state title.
I feel like I should watch these high school football games just as an excuse to have a road trip for no reason.
You should.
But I'm going with friends. I don't go alone because I look like the B word. Yeah. Going with friends.
Sumner, home of Caleb McGarry.
Do you know who was the legend of O'Day High School? His name was Jory Fulgerson. Mm-hmm. He was a running back, and unfortunately, he literally smoked his life out. Like, the guy he just could not stay off the damn weed.
Yeah, I mean, O'Day won this year. Bellevue's best player was out. They didn't even show up. Trying to think of who's the running back for O'Day Irish. Next year, it looks like it's probably going to be this guy named Owen Burstenkern. He's got some pretty big shoes to fill.
O'Day is known to be an all-boys school.
They're an all-boys Catholic school.
Sometimes I wonder where they meet people.
But we'll see.
I guess they go to different church or they go to events or whatever. Throughout the day, it's just work. Yeah. They literally are teaching these boys how to work and be disciplined at such a young age. I heard they say that there are benefits to going to an all-boys school.
I mean, you got that, and they also have the sister school, Holy Names.
Oh, so I guess they get together once in a while.
I'd start the Chargers because the Eagles have Jalen Hurts out.
Who are you, Team Money? And I do appreciate your presence. What I want to do is, I think Everett travels to like Yakima or like Spokane once in a while, and I want to do a road trip for that.
For what?
And then I want to go to Tri-Cities at one point to go to a hockey game because that would be a lot of fun.
Are you up in Everett?
I live in Sammamish, but I go to Everett sometimes for an Everett, not only for an Aqua Sox game, but I also go for a Everett Tips, Silver Tips.
Yeah,
second and 15.
I'd go out to Sammamish quite frequently.
Yeah, we should meet up. Second and 15 with 2 minutes left, and that's going to be a pass. It was batted, but then DJ Moore still caught it anyway.
That was a bad play call on second and 15.
And it's going to be a third down and still 15-ish.
Why?
This is why Shane Waldron got fired.
I just...
Third and 14. And I would think that after this, if they don't convert on fourth down, they're probably just gonna run the ball and take a knee.
But that's what I would do if I was Seattle.
No, if I was Seattle, just give it to JSN. Third and 14. Minute left.
Do you think they're going to get a play here? I think it's going to Keenan Allen.
Yeah, we would think so. Here's Caleb. He's got so much time all day to pass. And he is escaping the pocket, and he's going to throw it, and that's going to be... I think that's caught! And he's not been tackled, or he's been tackled.
Rome Odunze with another...
Odunze with a big catch.
Hey, watch the clock, though. We're gonna go to overtime in the barn.
No, I don't know if we're gonna go to overtime. I think they might actually win this game. And the clock is burning, and looks like you're right. Maybe they might just be going for the field goal.
We're watching a barn burn.
But they have so much time. And here's Caleb Williams. He's going.
Keenan!
And he is going to pass, and that is going to be thrown away.
What a catch there by the sound operator on the Microsoft tablets. Great
CD
catch.
Lamb is out. CD Lamb's out for the season. I wonder if I should bench my kicker from the Cowboys.
CD's out, but it don't really matter because
Cowboys are out. Yeah. So maybe I should keep my kicker in there.
Which kicker do you have?
I have Brandon Aubrey or whatever his name is. It's going to be Santos that will have the opportunity to tie this game.
Loved 54 yards of receiving. They would have been cool.
We got 31 seconds left. They're getting close to field goal range. And what is going on?
Stop wasting timeouts, dog. This is why you're getting replaced by Pete Carroll next year. Have you heard the news? Pete Carroll is trying to coach the Bears.
And this is absolute horrible coaching. Pete Carroll, I think, can elevate Caleb Williams' game. No. You don't think so?
Pete Carroll's washed in garbage.
You think he's washed in garbage, huh?
For 100%. Pete Carroll, the game has passed him by.
He was the oldest coach in NFL.
Yeah.
Even still older than Belichick, and he looks younger than Belichick still.
Well, Belichick, I think, is a better coach.
Well, no question. There's a reason Bill Belichick replaced Pete Carroll with the Patriots.
Yeah, because they didn't want Pete Carroll.
Well, yeah, because he was done with him.
I mean, Pete brought him to a Super Bowl.
He got lucky with all the recruits, with all the drafting.
A 95 Super Bowl with the Patriots and Packers.
That was Bill Parcells. And now we've got a big throw by Caleb Williams, and that is going to be incomplete. Looks like rain in Philly for the game. I'd bench your kicker. Crazy thing, I have to check the weather for this stuff.
I would definitely not. I'd keep it in.
You'd think so.
Who else are you going to pick up? What other kickers are available?
Let me see what we've got.
I mean, in case you could get the Cardinals kicker if he's there.
Maybe. And we've got Caleb Williams at the 40, and he's looking to pass. And here is a big pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And we got 4th down, and looks like they are going to kick the field goal to tie this game.
I just don't understand how he didn't look for Keenan once.
There's Cardi with the Rams. I'm considering that.
That would be a good pickup.
You know what? I'm going to do it. Goodbye, Aubrey.
Aubrey's crying in his bathtub right now in shambles.
Sorry, I got to cut you.
20 seconds. Does Gino and his 2 timeouts have enough? Why are they going for it?
They're going for it on 4th down? I don't know, because they don't have field goal range. That's why. Now Seattle is icing it.
Why?
This is probably the most dysfunctional football game I've ever seen.
I thought they were in the range.
They're not in the range.
Why didn't they go shorter then? Why did
they have 20 seconds left. They think they can get something.
Why did they take 3 shots to the end zone?
I think a lot of Seattle fans are going to say that Seahawks don't deserve the playoffs after this. I don't think they deserve it.
We're in shambles right now. What is going on?
This is garbage.
Caleb Williams, what are we doing?
Like, he got a play out of his butt. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why we're hucking this thing, man.
And we got 4th and 10. This is going to be the game. And now here's Caleb Williams. He's getting overwhelmed. And now here's a pass. And that is going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And this ball game is over.
That was a crappy throw by Williams.
It was a terrible throw by Williams. And that is how it's going to end, with the Seahawks really just punting their way through this game, literally. Your only highlights were Jason Myers. Look at the paper bags. It was a blitz. They knew that Caleb Williams would be very overwhelmed.
I don't understand. That's
almost should have been. I don't know.
What my problem is right now is, granted, yes, Keenan Allen almost made an amazing catch if Tyreek wasn't there.
And that is it. The game is over. And someone did a backflip, by the way, and the Seahawks have won this game.
But why?
And the boos are just raining in. Look at that. Seahawks defense did great tonight. More like the Bears just suck. The Bears lost this game. Seattle Mariners. Seahawks did not win this game. The Bears lost this game. The boos. I like that. So now the Seahawks they can clinch the NFC West if the Rams lose on Saturday.
They cannot
along with
clinch.
A win.
They cannot clinch. The Seahawks need the Rams to. If the Rams lose, the Rams then and Seahawks next week are how the Seahawks clinch. Seahawks have to win both for the Rams to be out.
Yep.
Because they're a game ahead.
And if the Rams win on Saturday, they'll be out of playoff contention.
Well, Keenan Allen got, what was my projection? 15 points. I would say he busted with 7.5.
Let's take a 25-second break, and let's get into that post-game show. As soon as this ad is over, and as soon as I see we're still in it, we are going to take a 25-second break.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you.
Well, the Seahawks basically literally kicked their way through to win this game, as they didn't even score touchdowns. They did nothing of exciting plays, but I guess you can say all that matters is the win column, but we still have strong thoughts on this game. And you know what, Ian, let's just start with you. What were the key thoughts of this game?
I'm sure they're going to say rain played a lot of part in this game. Seahawks offense is struggling. That game against the Rams means a lot. If they can't put up points and they play like this, they're going to get blown out. The Bears are the Bears. I think they have fluky offense. I don't think they're very good. But what we just saw from, if you can even call that playing, what we just saw from Geno is a lack of urgency, lack of respect, a lack of dedication to the game. 6 points is awful. And just he couldn't even drive the team down the field. It was mostly running, and they'd go away from what was right, and it was just overall sloppy performance, in my opinion. I think that the Bears are just the Bears. I mean, there isn't much more to say than that. I think Seattle now, with this win, now puts themselves in a good spot. I kind of hope that Arizona loses, because if this Seattle team gets in, I don't care who they play in the first round. They're about to get walloped.
I would agree. Yeah, I like the points that you think that, and I think we agree that Geno Smith just doesn't have it. Like, yeah, sure, 4,000 something yards. Numbers looked good in the last couple of years, but look at this season. He has the second most interceptions in the NFL, and it's surprising that he didn't throw a pick today. And there were a couple times where there was a chance for the Chicago Bears to convert an interception, which didn't happen. Yeah. What bothered me a lot was the play calling of Ryan Grubb was very questionable. Like, there was like some third downs and 10s where you were seeing some screen passes. Geno was throwing it in the wrong places. Like, Ryan Grubb, I know a lot of fans criticize him for not running the ball enough. But I mean, this game, sure, he ran the ball a lot, but he kind of overcompensated for what the haters were saying. Like, yeah, I agree with running the ball. He did great with Zach Charbonnet, but then they made it too obvious where they were just running the ball too much and excessively, where I'm not saying that they should have gone full air raid offense, but they should have at least went with those short passes. They actually did some of that to Noah Fant, and I think maybe something to DK. No, they just passed it to him. But should have used some players in the slot like Tyler Lockett and Jackson Smith and Jigba. They didn't really use him that much at all. And if we look at the stats of the receivers of how they played, as I'm going to the full box score, the receptions were not great. Noah Fant was actually the most received with 4 yards for 43. DK 3 yards for 42, which, by the way, he should have been kicked out of the game. I'm surprised he wasn't. Jackson Smith and Jigba 3 yards for 32. That hurts a lot because he's on my fantasy team. Tyler Lockett, 3 receptions for 20. Zach Charbonnet, 3 yards for 19. And Pharaoh Brown with 1 and 4. Looking at the run game, even though they ran the ball quite a bit and they carried the ball 26 times, they got 122 total yards, but Zach Charbonnet got only 57, less than 4 yards a carry. Kenny McIntosh was actually more efficient, but I mean, the running game shouldn't have really happened. They should have at least done some short passes. Now, granted that it was raining, but I still think that they should have done some short passes, like do it like 5 to 10 yards at a time, but they didn't even do that, which is why there were so many like 3 and outs. They couldn't even get past the field, couldn't even get in the field goal range with the exception of 2 times with Jason Myers kicking those field goals. So that is my take on it. And yeah, I think if the Seahawks cannot score against a Chicago Bears team that are pretty much hopeless and lost now 10 in a row, what would convince anyone to think that they can win against the Rams, even if the Seahawks do have an opportunity to win the final game of the season with something to play for, which is the playoffs? And now to think that, it's crazy to think that they have to win out, not only win out, of course, they have to win the Rams game, but also have to depend on the Cardinals to win on Saturday, which I don't know if I see that happening either, unless the NFL script says we need the ratings, so let's do it. Let's make it happen, referees. Any other thoughts you've got?
Overall, I think Seattle sold. I think it was a horrible game. I just think that the amount of people that want to see the Seahawks in the playoffs is crazy for what the product we're getting that they're okay with, that Seattle's giving them on the field on a daily basis. I mean, this game, we predicted earlier, I thought teams were going to go down and score. I thought we'd see some defense, but I thought there'd be some offense. I don't care about the rain, but 6-3 is – I actually don't remember the last time I saw an NFL game end 6-3. That's just how bad this game was.
It really was. Like, offense was very predictable as it gets. Some really bad play calling by Ryan Grubb. Geno Smith couldn't find basically anyone. And watching the Bears offense was just very cringe to watch. Like, at the very end, what did we see? Like, Bears were trying to go for it on fourth down, which they did which they did in that final drive. Great. But then they couldn't even put themselves in position to even get a field goal. Yeah, and they were so focused on trying to get a touchdown.
They were right there on the field goal range. I don't know why they didn't hit a dump pass and get it. I really don't. I just think overall it was just a bad game. I'm hoping that we will see better out of them coming forward, especially with this Rams game on Saturday. Is going to be pretty big. I may cover it. I may not on my own channel. I have not decided yet. I don't know. It's going to be one to have to watch and see what happens with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sad thing is there's not really much to talk about because this game was just that atrociously bad. Like, the only positives I got was Leonard Williams was able to still compete while being double teamed by the Bears offensive line, and Jason Myers hit 2 field goals. Yeah, that was it.
The positives for that, I thought the Seattle run game at the start was pretty strong. It wasn't Kenneth Walker. It was Charbonnet. It was Homer. Some other guys getting in the mix.
McIntosh. Homer's been out for a while.
McIntosh. But still, I mean, there was some positives, but there's nothing really to talk about. We didn't see too much. And you're seeing what Seattle's going to put out there. I don't think this team is a playoff caliber team. I think the Rams any day of the week could show up and win. I could not say that about the Seattle Seahawks.
Like, at this point, like, other things I've noticed, everyone's saying that, oh, Seahawks offensive line bad, offensive line's bad, offensive line bad. But if you want to say how bad the offensive line really was, if you really believe that, how many times did he get sacked? Geno Smith got sacked 3 times, which I would like to say much of it was actually his fault because he had opportunities to get off the ball, but he kept holding the ball way too long. He could have at least scrambled to run because he's got the feet to do it, and he could have done short passes, and he didn't even do that. He just kept holding on the ball longer than he should have, which is why the Bears defense looked competent, even though their defense wasn't anything great. We can agree that, and everyone's going to say, well, the Seahawks defense was great. Yeah, because you're playing the Chicago Bears that doesn't even have a legitimate offensive coordinator, and their coach was extremely incompetent on his game planning, especially on the final drive. So you can't really say the Seahawks won this game. The Bears lost this game.
I'd agree with that.
And I know it's sad because for a game like this, there really wasn't just much to say at all. Like,
I mean, we could talk about like the future and stuff, but that's not really. We're trying to talk about stuff like what's relevant for the team, and there just isn't anything at the moment.
No, not really much to talk about. The only thing we could look forward to is hopefully the Arizona Cardinals, or shall I say the referees, help the Cardinals win so we can get that. We can follow the NFL script and hopefully get the last game, because if we do get that last game, it's probably going to be a Sunday Night Football. If they do get the last game, it will get flexed. I will be looking to do that game. Would be looking forward to it, but too early to say. So I don't know. But we can only look forward to the fact that the Cardinals are basically our line of hope right now. And the question is, do the Cardinals come out and play like trolls, or do they just say, nope, screw it? But also it's a divisional rivalry game, so maybe there is a breath of a chance that the Seahawks do get the last game. But if they do get the last game, note this, and here's a warning to you. Seahawks have only won, I believe, 1 game in Los Angeles, and that was with the Geno Smith run. And don't forget, that was also when Matthew Stafford was hurt. I don't even think he was playing. So I don't think there's really much to say much. So if you really think about it, technically, Seahawks haven't really won a legitimate game in Los Angeles. So I would not have my hopes up going into Los Angeles, but the only thing we have to look forward to now is the Cardinals game, and that is all I got. Ian, do you got any final thoughts on this train wreck of a football game?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the Seahawks take this, learn, and come out and actually prove us wrong in LA. I would like to see them move the ball efficiently. I'd like to see them just beat the Rams, regardless if they're in or out of the playoffs. Just go in there, lay down the law, show them what next year's going to be like, and then go hunt and figure out a quarterback. And if Geno's going to keep playing like this, in that game, if we're down in the second half and it's over, I'd like to see Sam Howell show us what Sam Howell can do. Actually let him play and let him show us if he's got any worth of talent being the head quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks.
Which I unfortunately don't see, but hopefully we don't have to get to that point. Hopefully we're at the point where Geno Smith is leading this team to the playoffs, and that is after Arizona wins their game. So, and the other concern I have about Geno Smith is he is not a clutch player. And again, do not tell me about his 18 game winning drives. I guarantee you that more than half of them were against illegitimate teams. So I am not going to say that Geno Smith's a clutch quarterback just because he's got all these game winning drives. He's actually failed a lot of opportunities on game-winning drives, more than I have seen him achieve game-winning drives.
As he should, yes.
Exactly. Well, anyways, I think that's going to do it. And I just want to say for all those that were streaming throughout this game with me, thank you very much. And thank you, Reflect the Sun, for the $5 donation. I really do appreciate it. And everyone that's painfully saying, go Hawks. And that's going to do it for us. And
He's not better than Matt Hasselbeck, sorry. I can't let that go. You did not just say he's better than Hasselbeck.
I guess so, yeah. Gino. Whoa. I was about to end the show.
Yeah, no.
Better than Hasselbeck?
No.
Oh, no.
Reflect the Sun.
First Sam Haggerty, and now Matt Hasselbeck.
You can end the show now before I lose my mind.
Okay, Reflect the Sun. Regardless, though, we disagree with you, but we appreciate your comments and everything that you have added. I don't do the whole blocking thing. Oh, yep. Had the two great offensive. You know what? We need more people like Reflect the Sun. We need some disagreeers. It makes it fun. It's good for... It makes it more entertaining. That's what we need. And I know Hasselbeck's stats were down, but he had Sean Alexander too. Okay. All right, Reflect the Sun. You say what you will. Hopefully you'll say it more. We'll have more opportunities to say it more because that means the Seahawks season's still going on, but I'm actually going to end this show. I don't know about Geno Smith with his Pro Bowl lineman. I don't know if that does anything.
That 05 team in this, they don't even make the Super Bowl.
No.
Anyways.
All right, Reflect the Sun. Thank you for your entertainment, but we've got to roll. I got to put out this video and shorts and blah, 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 blah. And I've got to go for a walk because I am fat. But anyways, that will do it. Everyone, good night. Go Hawks. And I'm hitting the end button immediately.